1 2 Chuffy 1 2. Hi, you're with Scott. I'll press go live. Go live. Hi, you're with Scott. I'm Super Chuffer. I'm Ganji Kid. It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is your right ear and your left ear. And we are going to be doing the chocolate tier list. The what? The what, you mad chuffer? A tier list? A tier list, yeah. Well, there's already a chocolate tier list, isn't there? If you go on Tier List Maker and you search for British chocolate, there's already a tier list for that, isn't there? Look, British chocolate. There's all sorts. Look, Ukrainian, British there, British chocolate. Click that. Oh, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 items on there. That's not right. Is it? 16 items isn't right. We're going to need to do our own. We're going to need to create a tier list. That's what we're going to need to do. So that's what we're doing today. Today we're going to make the long list. I wonder if it's going to be interesting and fun or if it's going to be a really difficult stream. So if we need to break out and do something slightly different, we've got adverts for chocolate.
Save on the latest.
That's just an advert for an advert. Shut up, your advert for your advert. We'll watch adverts for chocolate. Look.
Hey, Mr. Beaver. Why are you beavering around?
Remember that, eh? Remember that, eh? Remember that? I got my thumper on. I'm wearing my thumper. Adverts for chocolate. Hello, everyone in chat. Let me pop you out and let me get you sorted. Pop out, chat. Popped you out. Is this not live? This is live, yeah. This is live. Hello, Cheryl. This is live. Hello, Audrey. Hello, Keely. Hello, Lottie. Hello, Jackdaw. Hello, Big Bam Bam. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Lottie. I've said you already. Hello, Damien. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Sasha. Yeah, this is live. Yeah, this is live. Hello, Audrey. Pat. Darksea DeFlo. Hello, Darksea DeFlo. Big ups. Big ups, Darksea DeFlo. I'm going to be on Detractor Beam later. This is another piece of housekeeping just to start the episode with. I'm going to be on the Detractor Beam at 7 o'clock with Steve the Dead. We're going to be guesting on the Detractor Beam. We're going to be having a look at some videos from Darkside Phil and the stuff he's been doing in his life. And we're going to be reacting to it. It's going to be fun. Lots of fun. So if you want to join me there later, after the stream today, I will be telling everyone on my Twitter where I'm at, what's going on. So make sure to keep up with that. And I'll be on Detractor Beam later. So today we're going to make a short list of all our favourite chocolate. We're going to watch some adverts. The issue is, okay, looking forward to the madness today. Darksea, I'm going to eat some space cake before I go on. I'm going to eat some hash cake before I go on. I'm going to be like having it. So you've already put in a lot of your favourites in chat already. You're already putting a lot of your favourites in chat. The way it's supposed to work is, and I don't know how well this is going to work as a stream because we're not doing the tier list yet. We're doing the template. We're trying to make the template. So the way it's going to work is we need to get some more of these chocolates. We need pictures of them. That's not a problem, is it? You just Google up the pictures. Yeah, we'll just Google up the pictures. I'll rip them and I'll move them into a folder. And then easy done. Although I think that's going to be like laborious and slow. So the other thing I can do is I can make a list. I've got a notepad out. Let me show you my notepad. It'll just say nothing on it at the moment, but let me show you my notepad. All right, I'll show you my notepad. He's going to show you his notepad. Hang on. He's going to show you his notepad. Wait here while he shows you his notepad. Notepad. There it is. Well, there it should be. Edit, transform, reset, transform. No notepad. Weird. It should be there. No, that's weird. Right, let's turn that off and let's try for something else. Notepad then. This one maybe. Notepad. Jesus, why won't it show me the notepad? Right, I'll do a new one. New application, window capture. Don't I have an existing one for notepad? God, I'm such a bad streamer. Create new notepad. Yeah, obviously notepad. Fucking obs, man. Obs, man. Obs, man. Alright. There you go. Now you've got a notepad. So, I'll write them in the notepad, look. So I'll make a list. That sounds easy enough, doesn't it? That sounds like an option. Because I think dragging and getting all the pictures is going to take forever, but we'll make a little notepad list as well. What do you reckon? Hash browns. Yeah, hash brownies. And no American chocolate, I'm afraid. Yep, no American chocolate is allowed. We can have the cream eggs, we can have the Kinder Surprise. So what we'll do, to get started, what we'll do is let's start with the basics. Alright, let's start with the basics. Let's start with the basics. If we start with Cadbury's, yeah? Let's just start with Cadbury's. Cadbury's. I want a list of their... Oh, come on, I'm crap at this. I shouldn't be doing this. This is probably the worst stream for me, typing and admin and shit like that. I'm awful at it. Cadbury's list. Yeah? No? Okay, our products. This is what's currently available. That's not what I really want to know. That's not really what I want to know. What I really want to know is... Where's the fucking list? Oh, what's all this rubbish? This isn't a list, is it? This is like a big load of pictures. I mean, I can possibly rip the pictures, can I? Can I rip Fredo picture? No, I can't rip the pictures. This is making it even more difficult for me. It's confusing me, if anything. There's too much shit on here. It's not the list I'm looking for. This is not the list I'm looking for. What's going on? Look at it all. They've even got things that aren't really Cadbury's. I want your list. I don't want this list. Look, dark milk. What's that? No one's ever bought a bar of that in their life. Cadbury white with Oreo. Throw that straight in the bin. What are you on about? White with Oreo. Just... Cadbury dairy milk tiffin. Throw that in the bin. What are you on about? Bites. Curly whirly squirt. What are you on about? Freddo treasures. I've never seen those in my life. Mini eggs. There's a real thing. That's a real thing. The rest of this just total off the... Cadbury's is owned by a US company. No, Cadbury's British. Bourneville, thank you. Bourneville, Birmingham. What are these? Brunch bars, choco sandwiches. You've got to be kidding me. Now we're talking biscuits. This is just ridiculous. Who suggested this? It keeps going. It doesn't... All the way down there to Cadbury mini cornflake cluster. That's one of their products. Never even heard of it. Never seen it in my life. Sort of stuff that you make when you're at school when you're 8 years old. Cornflakes coated with dairy milk. Shut up. That's not real. It's not real, is it? It's not real, though, is it? How are we going to do this? This is... Do I eat chocolate being vegan? Just dark chocolate. Just dark chocolate, yeah. This is going to be really difficult to do, isn't it? I just want a list. Wikipedia, list of Cadbury products. Oh my god, look at how many there are. This isn't right. Look at it. Fuck this. How am I going to get a picture of every single one of these things? Marzipan walnut? What's that? Marzipan walnut? Never heard of it. This is too much. Do 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 dee do. Look at it keep going. Cadbury Island have different products. Whole Cadbury South Africa. They've got different products. Discontinued South African products. Fruit Fair. You've never heard of it. Cadbury Honey Crisp. Never heard of it. Cadbury Liquid Centers Caramel. What? Cadbury Snowflake. What? What? Who's doing this? Who's making all these items? We don't need this many chocolate items. Cadbury Australia discontinued. Look at how many are discontinued in Australia. Look at this. This is... Somebody's gone too far. I think what they've done is they've employed somebody at Cadbury to be the head of global product development. And so they have a job. They've kept making products. They've gone too far. Kraft owns Cadbury apparently. Apparently now. I don't know the big business. I don't know the big business. All I know is that they've gone way too far. I'm not taking a picture of every one of these, am I? Look. Cadbury Energy. Never even heard of it. What are they going on about? I'm going to have to look for it now. Cadbury Energy Australia. Australia. Let's have a look at it. Cadbury Energy Rich Chocolate. Out of stock. Well, it's discontinued, isn't it? So you've never seen the like. Never seen the like. Looks like fake. If I saw that on the shelf, I'd think it was fake. Fake chocolate. Probably made with like cardboard and and cardboard and charcoal or something. Although neither of those things would be very sweet, would they? So cardboard, charcoal and sugar, I suppose. I mean, what are they doing? Moro Gold share pack. What the hell is this? I mean, I'm sorry that I'm doing this now. I told you what we would be doing today was making this tier list, but I've got way off the... What? Moro? Do you want a Cadbury Moro, mate? What? A Cadbury Moro? What's a Cadbury Moro? Well, it looks a bit like a cross between a Mars bar and a fucking Snickers, mate. Fuck, I don't know why they speak South African. Fucking Snickers, mate. A fucking Snickers, mate. It's a cross between a Mars bar and a fucking marathon, mate. A Snickers, mate. Pyrotechnics. Rina, where are my legs? Rina, is that you? Rina, I'm going to shoot. What's that? I mean, honestly, what is it? Fucking off your head, mate. Off your nut. Moro Gold. And do you know what? The Moro Gold looks different from the original Moro. Completely. Like, completely something different. Can't even read what it says. Smooth textured chocolate flavoured with Cadbury biscuit. What? What in the fuck are they doing in Australia? I mean, honestly. Honestly. I mean, it's like England, but it's different, isn't it? It's hot. You've got the sun, got the barbecue, big spiders, and then Cadbury cherry ripe. There's no way. Spiders I can tolerate. When I like cherries, I do like cherries. Spiders I can tolerate. You know, spiders I can tolerate, but Cadbury cherry ripe, I'm not having. What the? It looks like someone's gone into a fake timeline. That's what it is. It looks like someone's gone back to the future and they fucked. You know, we're in the timeline where Biff is doing well. Do you remember the timeline where Biff is? How does anyone be called Biff? How'd you name your baby Biff? I'd like to name him Biff. Sorry, love. Sorry, you got me knocked up, but I'm not having you name the baby. Not if Biff is your best answer. Biff. I'd like to name the baby Biff. Let's take him to church and get him christened. And I christen this child Biff. Biff? You're reading too much Beano, mate. You've been reading the Beano too often. Biff. Wallop. Kaplunk. Biff. Look, Cadbury Cherry Ripe. It's just not acceptable. Butterfinger from the US. You can keep your Butterfinger. Stick your Butterfinger up your butt. I'll tell you where you can stick your Butterfinger. I'm not having Cherry Ripe at the moment. I'm finding this has already got well out of hand. Australia counts as Britain as well, in a way. You know, we did go out there and colonise the bastard. I don't know why America doesn't count as Britain. Well, they had a war, didn't they? They fucked us off with a big war. If you have a war, you're allowed to be your own... What's this? It's only a little picture so you don't get a good impression of it. Boost layers. Boost layers. What? What? There's Cherry Ripe again, look. Special edition now. Double dipped. Double dip, mate. Special edition. Double dipped in what? And what the fuck is it? Oh man, I'm going to have to go to Australia just to eat a Cherry Ripe. Or maybe... Oh, wait. There's another option. I could buy one, get them to ship it over from Australia. Probably cheaper to send the chocolate bar to my house than it is to send me to Australia. Snowflake. I want to know what the snowflake is as well. Good call. Good call. I'd like to know. I assume you're not just insulting me for my politics. Cadbury Snowflake. What? No. Have they done this in England as well? You're going to have to tell me in chat. Have they done this in England as well? A white chocolate flake. And then they've coated the bastard in milk chocolate. That's what we're looking... Caramel snowflake. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Looks like a dog poo that's been left in the park for weeks. You know when the dog poo's left in the park and they go white? What's going on? I feel like we've gone down the wrong trouser leg of time here. I feel like we're in the timeline where Hitler won. Snowflake. No one's going to want that. The people that like a flake, they like their chocolate. They like a chocolatey flake. White chocolate isn't officially chocolate. It's chocolate with all the cocoa removed. It's just like, it's what I would call candy, but Americans would get their egg on with me. You're chatting in chat now. Cease candies in the US. Chocolate truffles. No idea. I'm still baffled by this caramel flake. I still think this is unacceptable. In a way, I'm quite angered. In a way. It's really touched a nerve in a way. I say in a way. I don't mean in a way. I mean, I am angry. Legit angry at the caramel flake. I kind of feel like someone's like overstepped the mark in their job description. New product development, or so someone's overstepped the mark here. This isn't, I can't, what am I going to do about this? Okay, so we're going to have to abandon the way I plan to do it, because the Cadbury's list, it turned out, is 1 million items, and it includes this shit. That's not going on the list. Hang on, look, this one's actually a twirl caramel. So if you make a flake and then you cover it in chocolate, it's a twirl, yeah? But in another country, it's a flake. So now we've got problems. Bring back the flake. Apparently we've had it in the UK. We've had it. They signed a petition to bring it back. Fuck that. Why would you sign a petition about a chocolate bar? Are you off your nut? Do you know what they do, right? Do you know what they do? Is they say, oh, this is limited edition, and they release it, and you go, ooh, limited edition, let me try that. So they sell more, because you're, like, you know, foolishly sampling things with your own money. Ooh, let me try that. I'll buy it and try it, see if I like it. Well, if I don't like it, well, I bought it now already. They win both ways round, don't they? You know, buying things you don't know if you like them or not. That seems like a mistake. And then, if you do like them, they sell a lot of them. They just put them on the shelf. Oh, not special edition anymore, just edition. It's a way of testing products at you. And some of them, like cream eggs, come around, go around, come around, don't they? So, you know, and they can make as many as they want. There's no special edition. There's no limited edition. Is there? They're not limited in how many chocolate bars they can puff out of the factory. Bang, 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 chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. No limited edition here. It's all coming out of the factory, mate. It's not limited. Just got you on that. They got you. Snuck one under the radar there. Special edition. I bought that. I didn't even like it as much as my normal chocolate choice. Okay. Lindor. Oh my God, Lindor. And you're chatting in chat, right? So what we better do is we better abandon all hope, all you enter here. Let's just make a list with writing on a list. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to... Forget the pictures as well. I'll find the pictures off stream or on stream if we make our list and then I've got time. But I think me searching the internet for pictures one at a time is going to be tiresome. So let's go. We'll start with the main... Okay, now I'm going to be... You've already been saying in chat what your favourites are, but now it's time. Now it's time for the big list, right? So the first thing is going to be... I'm going to write standard chocolate bars, yeah? Standard chocolate bars. I mean, we could always throw in anything anywhere all over the show, but standard chocolate bars, and I'm going to save this just in case anything goes wrong already. File... Save as chocolate. Okay, save. Right, standard chocolate bars. I don't know why I need headings, titles. I don't know why I need it to be so formal. Anyway, let me see then. We'll start off with dairy milk, look. Because that's the normal bar of chocolate. Dairy milk. You know it, I know it, we all know it. And then you've got fruit and nut, yeah? And then you've got dark, open brackets, Bourneville. This is all Cadbury. And you've got whole nut. Now, is there any... Now, right, now, before we get into eggs and all sorts, right, is there any other form of standard chocolate bar that we should have on the list from Cadbury? Okay, we can branch out and say other companies make standard dark chocolate. I'm just asking. Garlic fudge bars. Are you off your nut? Is there any... Hello, Jackie. Hello, King Jad. Big ups, King Jad. Big ups, King Jad. Didn't spot you in chat there until just now. A default category is fair, yeah. Like, we're going to have... Like, I want to just get the standards. Flakes and twirls are two completely different things, King Jad says. So I haven't been keeping up on chat. Everyone should big ups King Jad. Big favourite of mine on the old on the old Dark Side Phil sphere. Caramac Easter eggs. I've never even had one. Freddo. Do you think Freddo? Okay, I'll put Freddo in here because it's like junior choc. And it is just standard choc. You're right, standard choc. Galaxy. Okay, wait. Standard choc. Okay, yeah, Galaxy will put it on now. Go on then. Galaxy will put it on now. I don't care about the size of the bar. Wait. Milky Bar. This is I'm going to get confused, I am. Milky Bar. I think we should just stay on Cadbury for 1 minute and see if we've exhausted all the Cadbury types. There's a that's a variation of dairy milk. Mint Aero and Orange Aero. The default is chocolate. Yeah, you see. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. They're all Aeros or they're all dairy milks, but the default is just dairy milk. Oh no, I want to get all the different flavors in as well. I want to judge. We're going to judge we're going to put it as a tier list. We're going to make our tier. I'll probably get the pictures offline if I can be asked, depending on how time goes. Aero's in the picture now though. Fuck, we're gonna have to have like Aero. I'm gonna make a limit. Okay, I'll make a limit. Right, I'll put Aero. Right, this is the way we'll do this. I'll put Aero. Right, and I'll put Aero milk, and then I'll put Aero variant 1. We'll allow 2 variants. And it's up to you in chat what's the best variants. So let's just do I'm already, this is my problem. You're saying lots of things in chat and my head's going, yeah? So already I'm like thinking of all the chocolate. We need to focus. Audrey says she identifies as a chocolate bar. Her pronouns are Hershey. Like Hershey, I get it. It's a good one. It's a words one. I like that. Cadbury's is nasty chocolate nowadays, says Saz. Well, I don't know. King Jad's give me a full list there. I could just copy and paste that in. Hang on. Copy and paste that in. They're all official. Mars, Snickers, Double Decker, Twix, Twirl, Milky Way, Milky Bar, Aero Fudge. All official. Absolutely official. Chomp. Maybe I should do it the way you're doing it in chat and just try and hammer in everything I see as it comes out. Chomp there is a good one. Double Decker. The problem is they already get said, yeah. Jackie, they get repeated. So maybe I should just do... I didn't know how we were gonna... Maybe I needed a spreadsheet. You know, maybe I need some sort of X and Y axis to rock back and forth upon. It's getting well out of hand. Already it's getting well out of hand. Galaxy isn't Cadbury, you're right. It's not. Should we go back? Okay, wait. And you've all got a delay in chat, haven't you? Or maybe you haven't got a delay for creative captions today. Maybe I fucked that up today. But wait. Let's roll it back in. Dairy milk, yeah. Fruit and nut. Bourneville, whole nut. Freddo. Are there any others? Freddo. Are there any others? Calm yourselves in chat now. Just calm yourselves down. Although I do like it when you chat a lot. That is always good. Another important thing. UK chocolate's different from America, making it taste different. Yeah, fuck America. No offence, America. But you're not allowed any of your confectionery items on this list. None of them. Not even if it was a chuffing cocoa bean. Chocolate dipped cocoa bean. That can go in the bin. Only British. Candy floss isn't on the list, but there'll be no. If it's not dipped in chocolate, containing chocolate, or has chocolate as its predominant feature, it's going in the bin. We are just talking, not just Cadbury, no, but for the minute, I just want you to tell me, is there anything on the list for Cadbury, not like Cadbury Fuse and not like Cadbury Double Decker, but main Cadbury chocolate? You know, I'll include the Dream, the white chocolate. Am I missing anything? Dairy milk, fruit and nut, Bourneville, whole nut, Freddo, Dream. Just as Cadbury, just your standard bar with shit in it. Are we going to include things like Cadbury with caramel? Do you see? Caramel. There's a big hitter. Caramel. That's in. Cadbury's caramel. That's in. That's official. Are we going to include what I want to know, are we going to include the ones that have got like the bits of popping candy and the Willy Wonka creations? Because I don't think so. I think they might be nice, but unless you're hell-bent on getting them on the list, they go in the bin. Simply because we can't have too many. Like, you know, Cadbury's with a hint of pepper. Cadbury's with a chuffing, I saw it lying on the road. Cadbury's with some old batteries that are defunct, but I don't know what to do with them, so I keep them in a little box just in case we need a spare battery. Cadbury's with hash. Like, we can't have them all. Like, there's too much. So we're just going to, unless anyone could think of anything else here now, I'm going to move on from Cadbury's. Flakes still exist. Yeah, they do. We're going to move on from now then. Okay. Standard chocolate. We've gone from standard chocolate that's like in a bar, like a you know, a lump, a wallop of chocolate. Now give me all your Cadburys now. Go on then. Well, give me a flake. Give me a... Is Toffee Crisp Cadbury? I'll put it on the list. Give me anything that's Cadbury. Whole nut. We got a whole nut. Give me anything that's Cadbury that is Old Jamaica. Now, do you know what? That should go on the list because I'd recognise it. But also, it shouldn't go on the list because no one eats it. Anything that's a Cadbury. Okay, we'll put mint air in a minute. Cream egg can go on now because it is Cadbury. Anything that's Cadbury like item now. You know, if it's like Star Bar, Double Decker. I might write Double Decker twice, but I do like them, so. Double Decker. Milk Tray can go on. You can get it in, if you can get it in One Stop, or Dillon's, then you can have it on the list, alright? Milk Tray. Buttons. Buttons! For when you're a kid and you had to have chocolate dealt out in small portions. Buttons before you could get your hands on the big wallop, the big kilo. Double Deckers are Cadbury, yeah. Absolutely King Jad. Double Deckers are Cadbury. And not only are they Cadbury, they are top tier in my opinion. But we'll get to the tiers in a bit. Milky Snickers. What's a Milky Snickers? Whisper. We've got to have a Whisper. Whisper. And there is our first... I think we should watch some adverts now. Just because my brain, you know... I will keep looking at your things that come through. Curly Whirly. Yeah, Curly Whirly. Timeout. Oh, look at these good ones. Curly Whirly. Timeout. I haven't had a timeout in ages. Timeout. We have to get them all on the list because I don't know what a Snowballs is. Hang on. If they're not on the list, then they're not going in the list, and that's that. So we have to get them all out today. Cadbury Snowballs. What are you on about? What? No. What's this? They look like mints. You know, like little... They look like mints. Like, you know, or bonbons. Do you remember bonbons, which is sort of sweets, but you don't really know what they are? Because they're like powdery, and then they're chewy, and they're sort of sweets, but I'm not really what kind of sweets are these? What are these? Snowballs, look. Since I've got no idea what they are, they're not going on the list, I'm sorry. Xena, get Timeout on the list. Timeout is on the list. We'll get it on the list. Twirl. My list is awful as well. My list is just in a notepad. It's the wrong program for it. If I'm going to include timeouts, I've got to include fingers. Oh. Do we veer into the biscuits? Do we swerve into the biscuits? Are biscuits going to be acceptable? I'll put them on now because I do eat them. Crunchy, very good spot. Crunchy. Show you the list again. Let's get the list up. Look at this list now. Look at it. It's getting big. It's our list. Crunchies on it. We're going to move into the other... People who are saying Munchies is a good one and stuff like that. We're going to move into the other companies in just a second. But we just want to exhaust Cadbury. Let me read the list back to you. Sorry, excuse me while I just belch up my coffee as well while I'm doing that. Let me read the list back to you. We've got Dairy Milk, Fruit and Nut, Dark, Bourneville, Whole Nut, Freddo for when you're a kid, Dream, which I've never eaten, Caramel, Old Jamaica. I didn't. She did it on her own, Old Jamaica. It's ginger beer. No, it's not. It's this, look. I remember this. My nan used to like a bit of that. Old Jamaica. Rum and raisin. That's what it is. It's rum and raisin. Rum and raisin. Get your rum and raisin. Rum and raisin. That used to be a thing, rum and raisin. Nowadays, you don't have that anymore, do you? Rum and raisin. Can I have some chocolate, please? What would you like in it? Rum and raisin? No. Shut up, we live in the modern age. Put your virtual reality headset on and go and eat some fucking white chocolate flakes or something, you nutter. Old Jamaica's for old people who remember. You used to have it in ice cream as well, rum and raisin ice cream. Tutti Frutti. They don't do that anymore, do they? No one wants their ice cream Tutti Frutti anymore. They want it with, like, Ben and Jerry's, don't they? They want Ben and Jerry's. Oh, I want it with, like, Catholic priest jam and, like, small puppy choc nut or something. Like, they have funny names. Do you know what I mean? Like, these days. They don't have rum and raisin and Tutti Frutti anymore. Let's get Gino Ginelli on the adverts. Let's watch a Gino Ginelli advert. Why? because I said so. Get me done on the... come on, let's have me for the copyright. Look at it. Look how Tutti Frutti it was as well. Do you remember how Tutti Frutti it was?
Take home a Gino Ginelli ice cream a Piazza Italia.
So Italian, right? Do you know how Italian it is? Cheerful, jovial people in the streets wearing clean, bright clothes. Don't see that in the UK. You don't. You don't see that in the UK. Sitting on a scooter waiting for his girlfriend. Oh, here I am. I'm all dressed up nice. Don't see that in the UK. Bomber jackets, mate. Puffer jackets. Hooders. Having a little ride on the bike with all the bright colours. Don't see that in the UK. There's the ice cream. Don't often see that in the UK either until summer. Only occasionally during summer do you see that. In the winter, what are you doing eating that? I've seen a Dalmatian. Italia. I've definitely seen a Dalmatian. I didn't realise a Dalmatian was choc chip flavour, but Minchak Chippo. No, sorry, he doesn't say Chippo. He says cheap. Cornetto, oh Cornetto, give it to me. Look at this. Look at this. Tutti Frutti. Tutti Frutti Italiano, mate, with little bits of red, little bits of green, little bits of yellow. Now, there are fruits of all those different colours, but when I was eating it, I always questioned, what is this bit of fruit supposed to be? I'm not sure. I think they were just dip dyeing raisins. Seem to have a lot of raisins to go around in the confectionery world, don't they? Ah, he looks angry. He looks angry. He doesn't want that. He looks offended, angry. If anything, it's scaring him. Take that ice cream away.
Gino Ginelli, the ice cream sensation.
Sensation.
Oh, Gino
Ginelli. Woo! Yeah, really living now. Let's pop it. Back then you didn't have Prosecco. You had to have Gino Ginelli instead. That was what you had to have. You didn't have Prosecco. If you wanted to feel like, you know, European... you wanted to feel like the sun had come out, you'd eat your Tutti Frutti, you'd sit at home with your Tutti Frutti, watching the drizzle out the windows. Gino Ginelli. Made by Walls from Birmingham. Yeah. Animal bars. Oh, I loved an animal bar. They're going on the list. Well spotted. Well spotted. Animal bars. Can't... Ooh. And the animal crackers, they're going on. They're going on. Cadbury... animal bars. Look at... Oh, they were good. You hardly wanted to eat them because they had the imprint of the animal. There's the Aztec Bar. I didn't even know it was real. I didn't even know it was real. Shut up, you adverts. How can you have adverts on adverts? This is fucking just stupid. I'm not going to eat Lurpak from now on.
They call it chocolate. We know it.
This advert for Aztec Bar.
Commemorate its discoverers in the name of their new bar, Aztec.
What? It's a bit racist. Is it? Racist? I don't know. He's running up. Imagine shooting that. Imagine going to shoot that. We're doing a chocolate commercial, yeah, are we? Oh, I've been booked to do the new Cadbury's commercial. That sounds good. They're flying me out to America, are they? Wow. That sounds good. What's it for? Aztec Bar. Aztec Bar, I've not heard of that. Yeah. And then when the commercial comes out, like, you know, you turn up on this... Okay, we're going to get you smeared in gravy. It's not racist, honestly. It's the past. In the past, it wasn't racist to do blackface. Or it was, but they did it anyway. And we're going to have you running up and down the... Are they actually... Did they just use actors and they made them look... No, they're actually quite ethnic-looking actors, I suppose, aren't they? Run up there. Looks dangerous to me. Just do it. Put the headdress on and run up there. What? Do we need a... I need a shot of one of you up there. Look at them. I don't know if that's how they used to dance, but... Aztec. High-tech Aztec. Never had one. Apparently Quetzalcoatl was into them. Ah! So this or human sacrifice, mate. It's quite scary. Fearsome chocolate. And there's all these jump cuts. Aztec. Aztec. Duh, duh, duh. Jumping out a hole, look. Blowing the conch there now. It's just too much. What they've done is they've gone out and they filmed this and they've got loads in the can. And then the editors had to try and put it together. It doesn't even make a story. Like, blowing the conch out in the middle of nowhere. What the fuck's that got to do with it? Banging on the drums. What's that got to do with it? Spinning around in your clothes. Blood in a bucket. Aztec. Feast of a bar. I'm not buying that. Not after I've seen that. You can keep that well away from me. Might have dead ghosts in it or something. This is from a film, says Janice. Is that what it is? Sorry. I thought they'd gone out and filmed it. I thought they'd said... I thought, you know, someone from Cadbury's in the office. Thought they let too many dime bars or something in the office and they'd kind of got a bit of an evening of it and they'd come up with this as a concept. I mean, at least they got the gold right. They did have gold, didn't they? Don't know about pouring blood on my face from a cup. Yeah, don't know about that. It brings back memories for you. We're not having it on the list. It's going in the bin. You can't have that. It's going in the fucking bin, mate. That's the drumming gorilla, iconic. We're not watching that. Oh, this was good. This was an advert and a half. I like chocolate. I'm gonna eat my chocolate and I'm gonna enjoy it. I enjoy chocolate. I enjoy the chocolate. Goes in all the shapes, look. Woo! Snazzy. But really, it's the same chocolate. It excites you, that does. It uses the song. I'm so excited. It gets you really going. And then you go and buy a Crunchy, and you're like, oh, Crunchy, I haven't had one of them in a while. And it turns out it's mainly, for me, mainly honeycomb. And I'm like, well, you know, yeah, that's stuck to my teeth, but where's my chocolate ration? You know, I'm paying for chocolate here, and I'm getting honeycomb, mainly. So I think they should thin the honeycomb and thicken up the chocolate. Anyway, that Friday, that was it, the Friday feeling, wasn't it? They tried to... For some reason, Crunchy became the bar that was synonymous with a Friday. Oh, I'm just out of work. Oh, I'm going to let my hair down. Oh, I'm going to have a couple of bars of chocolate. A couple of cans of beer, a couple of lines, a spliff and a Crunchy. Obviously, I'm only joking. You know, I don't drink anymore. I don't stick anything up my nose, but smoke weed and eat Crunchies. Oh, you want the gorilla advert? Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. Trying to stop YouTube recognising this. Yes! That's exactly what I was doing. I was trying to make sure I didn't get my copyright bins by singing all the way through the song. I mean, that's really close to copyright, isn't it? It's both an advert and a real song, so that's going to get us in trouble. Back to the list. What do you think about the list? I forgot the list. I'll read the list to you again, and you've got to tell me if there's any Cadbury items missing. Dairy milk, fruit and nut, dark Bourneville, whole nut, Freddo, Dream, caramel, Old Jamaica, cream egg, I said it twice, Star Bar, double decker, milk tray, buttons, Whisper Flake, toffee crisp, curly, I don't know how that got on there, curly whirly, timeout, twirl, fingers, Crunchy Galaxy, Milky Bar, animal bars, animal crackers. I'm also putting on the Fuse. A giant of a chocolate item. A giant of a chocolate item, the Fuse. Do you know what? I might abandon the system as well. I might just start writing everything I see in chat, because it keeps going past and I'm missing them. Matchmakers. You buy them in the shop. Someone put Revels. I'm thinking there's a Cadbury item I used to really like as well that was a bit like a Star Bar. That had some more substance to it, and I can't really remember off the top of my head. Mini eggs will go on then. Well, they're seasonal. Are they? Or are they all year round? Whole nut. Did I put whole nut? Yeah, I've got whole nut. Got whole nut. The Fuse, the Chomp Bar. If I just keep writing what you say in chat. Michelle, thank you very much for the super chat. She's just been diagnosed with diabetes. Still enjoying watching this though. Sorry, that's the funniest diagnosis of diabetes I've ever heard, so I'm not laughing at your diabetes, I'm laughing at the context. Diabetes. Funny old good old diabetes. Funny old diabetes. Good old comedic diabetes. I want to get myself down the hospital and hang out in the diabetes waiting room, have a laugh. This is coffee.com Ganji. If you want to tip me on Ganji, coffee.com Ganji, I get more of a cut, but I don't mind super chats. It's all good. Thank you very much. And I'll show you as well how the system works here, where I've got a button, a widget you might call it, a stream alert, and if I press it, this is the best way to get your, like, you know, I can read you in chat, I can see you saying things in chat, but this spending money elevates you. Look.
It's raining again. I couldn't be happier. Swish and then flush.
Someone sent tippies. I like turtles. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
And then I can't ignore it, I have to talk about it, it's on the screen. So sending money elevates you. Tips of the liquidity of my business. Tazbar, that's going on. 100%. Tazbar on the list, made the list. Let's have a look. Tazbar. Did they have an actual advert? Tazbar. Caramel Freddo versus Tazbar. What's this? What's this? This is the top video, bear in mind. YouTube doesn't want me to have a look at the actual Tazbar advert or even the fact that it exists. But somebody has managed to get the 159 views.
One of the underrated hard...
Alright, I'll watch your Grammarly advert. Although I was bullied into trying to learn how to do grammar at school. Look at these two. She's eating it.
What's it called? Is it Caramel Freddo or is it Tazbar? Because in my head it's always been a Tazbar.
No, it's Caramel Freddo. Yours is old.
She's eating it. It's a Caramel Freddo.
Definitely a Tazbar.
Tazbar.
Freddo.
They're arguing.
Oh, it's caramel, so it's not a Freddo. It's
Caramel Freddo.
It's definitely not a Freddo. It's Caramel Freddo.
This is CJ Lewis, 5 subscribers, who's about to get 6 now. About to get 6.
Somewhere around the world, do they still sell Caramel Freddo? Or is it Caramel Freddos everywhere, or is it Tazbars in some places?
No. Google.
Google it.
I must say, no offence, CJ Lewis, but, you know, you're doing alright for yourself there, aren't you? Doing alright for yourself there. Piercings, tattoos. She's quite cool looking. Maybe you've got few in your ears, I see. Maybe I'm having you down as a normie, but maybe under that hoodie, maybe you've got like a great big tattoo of like a giant eye or something. So, I don't know. Maybe you've got your knob pierced.
So do Smarties.
Yeah, they don't sound scrubbing.
Only King Chad will be able to understand what they're saying.
No, that's wired.com. Where in the world?
Oh. I can't even tell if it's Francis.
So they're having a little mumbling conversation with each other.
82 cent tippies. Great feed, how about Cadbury Spira? Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Oh, that's worth the £3. Aspira. That was a banger as well, wasn't it? It had a lot of bite to it. Like you could chew, like bite on it. Spira. And then it disappeared out of nowhere. All of a sudden. Here one day, gone the next. I'm just interested in CJ Lewis now. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with me. Okay, there's nothing wrong with me, but this is how I like to use the internet. So, CJ Lewis has done some shorts, done some videos. That's their only shorts. Oh, they're from Belfast, not Scotland. Sorry. My regional accent identification was pretty bad there. 6 years ago they made that video. It's had 159 views. Maybe there's no need for me to subscribe. They're not still uploading. But, I wonder what's going on in their life right now. Shorts have got to be more modern, haven't they? That's not going to take off on YouTube. She's enjoying a chocolate Freddo anyway. The list as it stands is getting big. I'm losing my train of thought properly. So now what I want to do is I want you to continue to hammer it at me in chat. And if I haven't put it on the list, I'll write it. Fries cream. Let's have the fries stuff. Let's go with the fries now. Turkish Delight. Let's put Limmy on. Get me copyright off this. Fries Turkish Delight. Limmy remix. Turkish. I always wondered whether Turkish Delight was like not quite properly Turk. Like just Turkish. You know, like Fry's Turk Delight was the real deal, but Turkish Delight was for those that weren't really that heavy on the old Turk and didn't want that much Turk in it. Why is it doing this? The adverts. Let's go on then. Go on then. Go on then. Because you used to watch this and you used to think, what's going on? What's going on? You used to say to yourself, didn't you? Have I got any tattoos? I have. I'll show you them in just a second. This is, I'll show you them now. This you used to think, what's going on? What's she doing? All fruity and in the desert like that. There's one tattoo. It says Laura. It's like a tramp stamp. I got Laura. And then she dumped me. And then I got this other one. I thought I'd gone off my leg there. I got this other one on my leg. But you can't see my leg very easily on the internet, can you? Bollocks. How do I get in to show you my leg? Stand on them. Ugh. Don't fall off the thing. It's there on my leg, but you can't. There it is. It's BCFC for the football. Oosh. Why was she crying? I don't know. Did they script it? Or did they just take him out of the desert and say, go on, have a lie around. Have a loll around. There he comes, look. Whoa. Wake you up from your desert slumber. Whoa. He's not even Arabic or anything. Very white people in the desert. We're racists in England, aren't we? Fry's Turkish Delight appears in her crotch. There's the snake. Watch out for that. Hang on. And then chop. Now you can't have yours like that. No one's Turkish Delight looks like that. You get it home, you cut it, you look at it, you shine the light. It never. Yours is like jelly inside, and it all bits. When you cut it, all bits. I don't know how they've managed that. I don't think that's a real chocolate item. I think that's made of like plastic or something.
Fry's Turkish Delight.
She doesn't even eat it, does she? She puts it close to her mouth, but she's not having it.
Fry's Turkish Delight.
Whoa, no, don't put it in.
Promise.
Full of Eastern Promise. What do you mean Eastern Promise? I don't understand. I never understood. I've never understood. Just the one girlfriend then. Yeah, well, I need to meet someone called Laura really, Susan. That would be ideal. Or someone with a name that can be tattooed over Laura quite easily. I've had a few different girlfriends over my years. Full of Eastern Promise. No. What the promise is, I don't know. But we all like a Turkish Delight. We do. We do like... Oh, you hate it? Hate it? Maybe it's one of... I'm going to have to do a poll. We're going to have to do a poll. Start a poll. Just Turkish Delight, yes or no. Not Turkish Delight, you know, the proper stuff with the powder. Not Turkish... I'm not asking you here. I'm asking you about Turkish Delight, yes or no, just whether you will eat that. Not the real stuff with the powdered sugar on it and just that. Chocolate item, about that small. You think to yourself, well, it might be a little more expensive and a little smaller, but it's a slightly different shape and in a very different wrapping. So to me, that stands out as a positive. I feel to me like it's like almost luxury. Bordering on luxury. My nan used to like a Turkish Delight. Yes, is at 70%. Is the stream lagging by 20 seconds? The stream does have a lag on it because I want it to have creative captions so that the people that can't hear can hear, or whatever you'd say. Closed captions, but I don't know. Closed captions is off and we're on normal latency as well. So I fucked up here because we've got both things. You've got the lag and no captions, so that was an idiot move by me. You have to click 2 buttons, and I'm not so good at clicking 2 buttons before we go live. Because I'm an idiot. So there is a bit of lag between chat and... You know, but it's the internet, so just deal with it. Oh, yes, it's coming down now. It's 62%. Nindy Lou says her mother loves it. I'm not even going to make a joke about what your mother loves. Way. Donna says she eats the chocolate off first. That's tactics now. You're talking technique. You're talking technique. Phantasmic Ether says they made the same mistake, just initial on the ring finger. It's covered. Oh, I see, right. The same mistake of getting a name tattooed. For me, it wasn't a huge mistake. It was a bit of fun. Like, she was going on and on about, like, you know, oh, where are you out now? And, like, you know, like, she was getting jealous or worried about whether I was off with someone else or anything. I wasn't. So I just thought, tell you what I'll do. I'll surprise you because you were, like, feeling like this. You know, there's a tattoo. And you'll like that because you're, like, well eggy about it. And then she didn't like it. She was like, why did you do that? And I was like, well, can't really win here, can I? Right, poll's over. Turkish Delight just manages to pull ahead of no. Turkish Delight equals yes. Is it on my list? My list is far too big. How am I supposed to ever do this? I mean, I'm putting these things on, but I'm feeling like my list is getting out of hand already. I'm feeling like the list is getting out of hand already. Let's have a look at Limmy's Turkish Delight before we move on. Limmy's Turkish Delight. Now, this will probably get us the old copyright, because Limmy is a bit tight on his copyrights, the chuffer. But Limmy's Turkish Delight. You managed to pull that into a 2-hour stream. Maybe I should do Music Maker streams. If you want to watch that, you can watch it in your own time, you chuffers. What am I supposed to do about it? Right. Who's next on your list then? Spyro Taz, Ferrero Rocher. We haven't even broached Ferrero Rocher. Terry's All Gold. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just... I knew this was going to happen. I knew this episode was going to be like this. Now I want boxed chocolates. Boxed. I might have already put Dairy Milk Tray on the list, but we'll put Ferrero Rocher. We'll put, you know what's that other one? There's Milk Tray. There's the dark one and there's a light one, isn't there? There's like a dark chocolate box that you can get. I'll put chocolate orange as well. That's a good one. What was that box you could get? The dark one. All dark chocolates. Black Magic. That's for your nan. Black Magic. And then roses can go in there. Quality Street. After Eights, you're right. The Gwillian chocolates, yeah. If you can go into One Stop and buy a little box of chocolates for your nan, and Terry's All Gold. There was another one as well, wasn't there? Like Dairy Box or something. Like a light coloured box. Dairy Box it is, isn't it? Dairy Box. Celebrations can go on the list, they count. Have we got a problem? Thornton's. Okay, Thornton's we're putting in their own. We're not having Thornton's on this list because it's just. They've got their own shop. You know, it's too OP. Lint. These days you do have lint. These days you do, don't you? You do. Have we got a problem in our country? Like, look at this list that we're making. Look at it. On the right-hand side of the screen there. Look at it now. Have we got a problem in our country? In the great British Isles? Have we got a problem? You're not a fan of those fish-shaped ones, says Michelle. I always wondered why you want to associate your chocolate with fish in the sea, but... raspberry ruffle... Oh, the raspberry... What is that? Is that a raspberry... Hang on. Is that... Am I spelling it right? I didn't seem to remember. There's a lot of homemades here on YouTube. seem to remember a raspberry sort of thing. We're chocoholics. There's too much chocolate. Now, sometimes I wonder, right? Chocolate aisle. Let's just put that chocolate aisle. There'll be a chocolate aisle, won't there, in the supermarket? There fucking is as well. Look, I can't spell aisle. That's the problem. Look at it. Look at all the chocolate. Like, it's making me feel a bit sick, the amount of chocolate that there is. Like, look at it all. Like, we're making a big list of it now. Munchies are going in. Milky Way, Walnut Whip. Let's put them in. Let's make sure the list is complete. Munchies. Walnut Whip. I ate a Walnut Whip the other day. First time ever.
It's raining again.
Managed to make it about 40 years through my life without eating a Walnut Whip.
Centipedes. Nothing like a sweet Cocoholics Anonymous stream to lighten the midweek. Fun listening to you chat about sweets. Thank you for all you do, Scott. Super Chuffer owes 5 hugs.
Here's 5 hugs going to you, straight to you. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I feel the problem I've got in my mind, I'm going to have to do this now. This isn't taking your money and giving it direct to charity. All of the money that comes in goes into the kitty, the fund, the Fine Madeline Fund. No, all your money goes into the kitty, and then I use it to try and make more media to run my business. At the end of the day, I do my taxes, and if I can make a bit of profit, I can start paying myself a wage, and start using the money for myself a bit as well. But initially, I want to start, building a sustainable media concept. So I'm putting the money towards making better media in the future, like saving it up and doing stuff with it. So going to be looking forward to that. But also I like to give some to charity. And my point here that I'm going to have to just get off my chest quickly, right? Look at all this stuff. Look at all of it. Now, I'm pretty sure there are other places out there like that are having a bit of a hard time. The reason I give to UNICEF, we can choose a charity for the stream in the future that's different if you want, but the reason I give to UNICEF is because I look at these people out there in other countries, especially children, and I remember my childhood being full of all these sweets and chocolates, and my nan used to buy me sweets and chocolates. I used to go to one of the greatest joys of my life, right? One of the greatest joys of my life when I was a kid was we'd go to Nan and Granddad's house, and then we'd walk up to the local shop. It's still there, the local shop. The people that run it are still there, and they're like, I've grown up, they've grown up. Do you know what I mean? But we used to walk up the local shop. My granddad had let us buy a chocolate bar and a comic. I couldn't have all the chocolate bars, but he let us pick a chocolate bar and a comic, and that was one of my greatest joys, is going back and having my chocolate item and reading my comic. That was when you're a child, when you're growing up in our Western capitalist luxury wonderland. That's one of the great joys, isn't it? It is. Like, you all know it in chat. That's why you're all here saying it, and all your favourites. Kit Kat Chunky's going in. Kit Kat Chunky is going in. Starburst are not chocolate, I'm afraid. We can widen the net later, but already the net is pretty fucking wide. So, but like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think about this, and I think about how lucky bastard. Lucky bastard. You lucky boy. But I think how lucky I was. And it's a simple thing, isn't it? Bar of chocolate, bag of M&Ms. So I tend to feel like instinctively, like I'm receiving some super chats today. And thanks very much for the $1.99 there, BCTV. Confectionery is a huge business in Britain, isn't it? It certainly is. So I'm just going to chuck out a quick, we did some charity yesterday, but I'm just going to chuck a quick tenner for UNICEF, single donation, donate now. I have to not show you my details, of course, because obviously that's me on the internet. But it knows me, so I only have to press my first letter and it knows who I am. Yes, thank you, surname. I'm just going to quickly bang this off to UNICEF to just offset, carbon offset my CV37. I'm not reading out my postcode. Carbon offset the gluttony that I feel I've lived by having whatever chocolate item whenever I want, all the time. PayPal, thanks. Being so lucky as to have that login. Go on, log in. Are you going to send me a text? Or am I just logging in? PayPal balance, complete the purchase. Thank you. And we can all feel now, you've come here to this stream. It's going to say thank you very much for. There you go. Thank you. Your donation is on its way. And of course, that could just be. So if I go to, on this window, if I go to there. You can see at the top, unicef.co.uk. Thank you for donating. It's a live website. Look, £10 at the end there as well, specifically for what we just did. So maybe in the future I'll donate really strange numbers like £12.47, so you know it's a real thing that we're doing. But yeah, there it is. The money's gone off to UNICEF, so they've had that. Enjoy that, kids. See, these kids now have got like a biscuit and a chocolate bar of their own, thanks to us. So thanks to you. And it baffles me sometimes, you know. It baffles me. I'll get back to the joviality, but just that aspect of it, that we've got so much abundance. Like, we have so much abundance. And I know it's getting more expensive. I know things are going up, the prices. The chocolate bars are getting smaller and the prices are getting bigger. I know that. And the whole concept, though, isn't it? It's a weird one. I'm just going to say this. It's a weird one for me. I thought the whole point of our world was that things are getting cheaper. We've got factories. We've got mass farming and all that. And, like, we're in control of all this technology. So as we get more civilized and as we get better, you know, Western super civilization, things get cheaper. And they have been doing. Like, if you were in the 1940s, you'd have had to spend a lot more money on your shopping for certain items than you do these days. This sort of stuff in, like, the 1400s would have been abject luxury. Only King Henry VIII could have had that. Only the King Henry VIII had Maltesers. But these days we have all this wonderful stuff, and somehow it's gone wrong, where the prices have started to go up and the quantities have started to go down, and the people have started to struggle more instead of struggling less. Where the abundance of factories, instead of making all the costs of everything come down very cheap and everyone's got lots of stuff, abundance, it seems there's like less stuff and people are struggling more, even working in those factories for less money and more hours, you know, stuff like that. Seems a bit wrong, seems a bit weird. We're on the way to 3D printing, and very soon you'll be able to 3D print, like you got your microwave, very soon you'll be able to 3D print yourself a Mars bar, I should imagine. I hope the costs come down. I hope that everyone gets a load of stuff for really cheap. I hope that's the idea of it. Like, you know, food and housing becomes basically a simple to obtain necessity that's ludicrously inexpensive in our modern Western capitalist luxury, so that everyone can have a house and lovely stuff to eat. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, don't get me on my soapbox. Look at this chuffer. Look at this chuffer. They've only gone in for a bag of Maltesers. They don't know what to buy. They're lost. I'll tell you what I do like. And we're not going to include them in this, but the supermarket own brand posh chocolate. You know, your green and blacks, your posh chocolate. And when you go in your supermarket, every now and then, one of the own brand ones will be on £1 for a bar or £2 for a pound. They're my favourites. I go for the dark chocolate and I go for the supermarket own brand special offer. They're the ones I go for. Look at you in chat now. Sherbet dips, UFOs, going way off course. Shrimps. We should do sweets another day. Look at these chocolate items. I will read the list and you will tell me where we're at with this. Where's my music gone? I always have background music. It's just stopped. Were you listening to the Outer Wilds today? Hopefully it will get us super copyrighted and then that'll be that. Yeah, what are we doing? Oh, you Venezuela there, Soiler. Yeah, major inflation. I know someone else on the Twitch. I stream on Twitch, and I've got a friend on Twitch who is from Venezuela. They've moved to Europe because it's been a bit of a difficult time, hasn't it? Crisps next. We could do crisps. We should have started on crisps. They're easier. There's a much smaller range of flavours, and we could have limited it just to Walkers. Right, do you want me to read the list, and you'll see if there's any areas I'm missing, and we can start hammering me in chat again. Dairy Milk, Fruit and Nut, Dark Bourneville, Whole Nut, Freddo, Dream, Caramel, Old Jamaica, Cream Egg, Star Bar, Double Decker, Milk Tray, Buttons, Whisper, Flake, Toffee Crisp, Curly Whirly, Time Out, Twirl, Fingers, Crunchy, Galaxy, Milky Bar, Animal Bars, Animal Crackers, Fuse, Matchmakers, Revels, Mini Eggs, Tazbar, Spira, Fries Cream. Is that mint cream? Or is it just Fries Cream? I'll put mint because I get confused. Turkish Delight. I've written the word boxed. Don't know what that means. Ferrero Rocher. Milk Tray. Chocolate Orange. Black Magic. Roses. Quality Street. After Eots. Gwillian Posh Shells. Terry's All Gold. Dairy Box. Celebrations. Lint. Munchies. Walnut Whip. The Walnut Whip. Kit Kat Chunky. Kit Kat Chunky. And I pick Kit Kat as well. I'll put Kit Kat and we can argue about how many fingers. I used to know a girl like that. Argue about how many fingers. Anyway, look. Kit Kat, Aero Milk. And then I said we should just do a number of variants, but I'm thinking we should just go mad now because, like, we're here now, aren't we? We've got all the way down this road. We're here now. So, Aero Milk. Aero Mint. Aero Yellow. Aero question mark. I assume there's another one. Caramel Cadbury's. We've got it at the start. We've got caramel. Marmite crisps. They've got no chocolate on them. Right, now I'm looking at chat now, right? I missed out Bounty and Bounty Dark. Banger. Right, let's make sure we get the Mars ones in there as well. Bounty Dark. I'm having it. You're right. Smarties, yes. Reese's. I'll put it on, but only because I know it's going at the bottom of the tier list. I don't like a Reese's, but they do them in England now. They do. You're right. With king size and fun size, we're not going to differentiate. We're just going to do the concept of the chocolate. The amount you want to eat is up to you. Toblerone's got to go on. Toblerone, I don't know how to spell it. Galaxy Ripple. Are we allowing this crossover between Mars and... Because Galaxy Ripple is very much like a twirl, but we'll put it in there. Yorkies. We haven't done Yorkies. I haven't done a marathon, which is actually called Snickers these days. Snickers. This is like, all of a sudden I feel like I actually work at a proper job. Like, this would be what it's like if I worked at a proper job. Well, not really, because all I'm doing is writing down chocolate bars that I can think of and you can think of. But it seems like I'm doing admin work. This is what it would like. This is what it'd be like if I did work at a proper job, but I wanted to appear like I was busy, but in actual fact I was fucking about. So when the manager come round, I'll be busy typing and talking to you. Oh yes, I'm on a conference call. Sorry, I can't. I'm in a work meeting. I can't deal with you at the moment. I'm in a work meeting, and in my headphones I've got you going like Twix, Whisper, Butterfinger. I've never heard of Butterfinger. Butterfingering I've written. Starbar. Did we write Starbar? I'll write it again. 1.99 super chat. A Pink Panther bar. Milky Bar tastes like strawberry. I'll write it for 1.99. You can put whatever you fucking want on the list, mate. Thank you very much, BCTV. A different videographer with opinions. Pink Panther. A different videographer with opinions. BCTV. Pink Panther. Open brackets. Strawberry. Do you remember when you were a kid, right? I don't know if you've got siblings, but when you were a kid, when I was a kid, I would go for chocolate. And my sister would go for strawberry, and I never understood whether she liked strawberries or whether it's because she preferred the pink colour. Pink wafers, they're not chocolates. This is a chocolate tier list. Pink wafers are really good. They're nice. I eat them. Dime bar's got to go on, but Caramac is going to go on for the dominance. Fruit and nut. I don't know if we put fruit and nut. Did we put fruit and nut right at the start? I should have done because I eat it. Partial, or have been in my time. Nowadays they don't do a dark version, but fruit and nuts on the top, yeah, top of the list. Fudge, Chomp and Heroes, I'll put them on here. Fudge, a finger of fudge is just enough. Chomp was 10p. Heroes are on the list. I don't know what a Barney bar is. Tunnocks. Now Tunnocks, we're going to have to get, if King Jad's still in chat, we're going to have to get, he might be off busy doing his own show now, but we're going to have to get a Scottish chocolatier's opinion on Tunnocks. I believe they are from Scotland. Are Tunnocks, we'll do it in chat as well. We'll start a poll and then I'll show you on, because this is important. Tunnocks equals, they have got chocolate on them. Choc item or cake item, like, because if we veer into anything with chocolate on and you say a chocolate cake, like the Galaxy cake bars, they're cakes. So I'm saying, is it a chocolate or a cake? Jaffa cake's not going on this list, I'll tell you that. But is a chocolate, is it a choc equals list, or is it cake equals no list, including biscuits as well? You're not allowed to put, like, we're going to put wafer things in. We're going to put wafer things in, like timeouts and stuff. But what we're not going to put is, like, you know, hobnobs with chocolate on. So you want to see a Tunnocks tea cake, you're going to need to make up your mind. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Individually wrapped in packets of 6 or bigger boxes like that. The Tunnocks tea cake feels like quite a large domey affair, and you think, hello, I'm getting quite a lot for my money here, quite a large domed affair. And then you take it home, you unwrap, you bite, it's soft, it's mallow, it's not even mallow, it's almost like a foam, it disappears quite quick. That's gone, and you're left with the biscuit and the chocolate. You know, to me, I feel more cake biscuity when I'm eating that. And I imagine if they made it denser, if that top half was like really dense, thick with chocolate, I'd enjoy it more. But some people like the mallow, you see. Some people are into the mallow. So is that on the list or no list? Does little chocolate count? That's a really good question. We were saying no to supermarket owned brands earlier for like standard bars. The battered Mars bar, maybe that should go on as its own thing. Maybe it should. Club bars. Now you see, I want to put club bars. I think we should do our own tier list. Clubs, penguins. I think that should all go in its own basket. You're really enjoying a racer. I've never heard of that. And there was another one I wanted to know as well. Butterfinger. What the hell is a Butterfinger? Has someone managed to sneak an American chocolate onto our items here? I don't recognise the Butterfinger. And you wanted to know a racer. Oh, I wanted to know what it was. Oh, of course.
Again. I couldn't be happier.
Buddha.buddy sent tippies. Popcorn salty or sweet is all good. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
I will confess, even as a vegan, I've had a Titan. Since I've been vegan, I've eaten a Titan. I'll confess that. I had to know. It was good. Don't see any difference between that and a Mars bar as far as I'm, you know, as far as my money goes. We're talking about Aldi versions of established chocolate items. I think we're going to say no, because it's the same chocolate bar essentially. So we're grading the same against, you know, we can do a taste test and a comparison with that with the exact, but what's the difference between a Titan and a Mars bar? Not much. So they're the same, they're on the list. Mars bar's on the list, effectively Titan's on the list, so we'll say no to that. I'm going to end the poll. And the poll is in. And it's not on the list, it's a cake for the Tunnocks, I'm afraid. I think Snickers is on there, yeah. Snickers is on there. I'm going to move up and down the list slowly for you so you can see the whole list. On the right of the screen there. Bear in mind, there is time after this stream for people to watch the stream on the internet and think, ooh, I'd quite like to add my favourite chocolate bar. And they can, if you're watching this and you're not on this list, it can go in the comments. There is still time before we do the full tier list breakdown. Like, you know, I've got to find a picture of each of these in my free time and upload them all to the internet. So I will be doing some behind the scenes work. But these are all the items we've got at the moment. The Spira, I think we managed to put on the list, but I'll put it on twice for you just in case. See, I don't know how to check the list for duplicates. The wagon wheel, not happening. Kinder's going in. Putting it in capital letters as well. Kinder Egg. Kinder Bueno. All of that shit is chocolate item on the... You know, you're walking up there... You get to the end where you've gone through your main things and you get to your more questionable items at the end, and there's the egg and the Bueno and the there's another one, isn't there? There's a Kinder something else. People like wagon wheel here. M&M's have got to go in. Yeah. M&M's. And then M&M yellow. There's another Kinder item, isn't there? The Kinder Egg, the Kinder Bueno. Isn't there another Kinder item? It's like a chocolatey bar. It's like a straight up Kinder chocolate, look. I remember eating that as a kid, so that's going in. Where is it? There it is. Kinder, just Kinder Bar. Milka. I suppose you can have Milka as an alternative to dairy milk. But I'm not... I tell you what I won't do is I'm just going to put Milka. Just Milka as an alternative to dairy milk. I know they do all the different variants. I don't want to have all the different variants because I just think Milka, yes, officially is one of those chocolate bars that you have a choice of. But putting all the different variants is going a bit far. Unless you really feel like the Milka fruit and nut is different from the Cadbury Dairy Milk fruit and nut enough. Kinder Country. What? Kinder Surprise? I'll put egg. That's for me is the surprise, but yeah, surprise. Kinder Surprise egg. Kinder Gotcha egg. You know, all those chuffing... all those bloody little turtles. Chocolate eclairs. Yes, they can... oh, or are they? Or are they sweets? Is the chocolate... oh, I wanted to put them on and instantly I felt yes. But I'm thinking, is it sweets? And... little chocolates like M&M's and Revels and stuff, definitely chocolate, yeah, definitely like a bag of chocolate items versus a bar. It's a choice. It's a different shape. But something that's predominantly a toffee or a fudge with some chocolate in it, now you're on those big bags of sweets that you have when you're in the car journey or, you know, bigger bag of sweets. So veering away from that. Lindor has... I think we've got a Lindor on there. And when we've got Lindt, so that's Lindor, isn't it? We're having that as a Wanna. Maltesers, I don't know if I've even put Maltesers on here, you know. It's good to have you here, isn't it? You know all the chocolates. Belgian Milka. So it does taste quite different. Ritter as well. Claire's pulling some right from the back of the drawer there. Ritter. I'll tell you what Ritter is. Ritter's chocolate, and you know it is, so sometimes you eat it, but mainly you sort of veer away from it because it's a funny shape and it's like all different colours and foreign. When you're in a foreign country, you go straight for the Ritter. Recognise that one more than the others. Chocolate, eating it. In England, I'm like, yeah, it's a funny shape and I'm not really sure about these different colours. And there's so many different colours. So I'm going to put Ritter on as a Wanna again. There's so much in that we could unpack, but we'll put it on as a Wanna. Because, like, I can't have all the different... like, if I do all the different Ritter colours, let's have a look. Look at them. Look at how many different... and it says Sport, doesn't it? Ritter Sport. I just remembered now it's saying it. Ritter Sport. What's mean sport? What's sporty about chocolate? When you're on holiday, you'll eat that. In England, I'm not picking that. I'm going for my Cadbury's, thanks. Too many options, too many choices, too confusing. There is something I've got to say, though. There is something I've got to say that we haven't got on there. What about the marzipan bar? What about that? That, to me, is one of my favourites of all time. I don't know if I'm even allowed to eat it these days, being vegan. I haven't had one of those in a while. But that's one of my favourites of all time. I mean, it's very decadent, isn't it? A great big wallop of marzipan. Quite expensive as chocolate bars go. Again, it's not like you can't just go in the shop and be like, oh, I'm just going to pick myself up a marzipan bar. Well, are you? Like Prince Harry buying your marzipan bars. Once because I used to work as a roofer, right? And when I was on the roof, like that's wasn't my only exclusive job. I've done lots of different things. But once for a bit, I worked as a roofer. And I didn't always have my sandwiches made, but that was fine because you can just go in these days. You can go in the Tesco One Stop, can't you, or whatever, and you can pick up some food. So we went in Tesco to pick up some lunch. It's a nice day. You know, sometimes we had nice days in England. Sometimes in Great Britain, sometimes we have nice days, and it was a nice day. So I thought, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit out with the lads on the back of the van. What am I going to eat for my lunch? I'm going to purchase it here, and it needs to be edible immediately. So I got myself a half stick French baton. Got myself a pate back before I was vegan. Got myself a pate. Sat on the back of the van, opened up the pate, got the baton. Started to, you know, it's quite a standard. I thought that was quite a normal sort of thing to do. I never heard the last of it. Pate. Pate? If I'd had meat paste, they'd have been fine. Pate? Stick of bread? French onions. Hey, French, hey. Stick of bread, pate. What do you think you are? Hey. Like, fucking hell, you'd think that I'd had, like, you'd think that I'd Prince Harry'd myself a bar of marzipan up and a, you know, a little tin of caviar. Do you know what I mean? To them, it was like I was opening a little tin of caviar on the back of the van. Pate! Pate! Ray! Fucking pate! Like, jeez. Pate. I'd learned my lesson then. After that, I just went for the meal deal. Just had the meal deal after that. I mean, I never understood that myself, the meal deal. You're in the supermarket, for Christ's sake, and they've done you a meal deal. Meal deal. Yeah? Meal deal. They put me the bag of crisps and the drink with it. Okay, but there's the whole of the supermarket, so I'm not restricted to just these sandwiches. If I want a sandwich, I can go and get some bread. I can go in the sandwich fillings aisle. I'll probably get a better deal on bread and sandwich fillings in the bread and sandwich fillings aisle. People are too keen to buy their own pre-made sandwiches these days. You're in the soup, they got bread. They got all the and you don't have to eat it all. You can roll it back up and take it home after. Get home, got an extra. Alright, brought a loaf of bread from work. Why did you buy a loaf of bread at work? That was weird. Well, I just needed a sandwich, and I thought for the like 40p that I spend on this bread, for the 40, because like the bread's not as expensive as the damn sandwich. Like the whole loaf of bread is not as expensive as the damn sandwich. Do you know what I mean? Joffrey's high as fuck. I'm not that high yet. I'm going to get high tonight, I tell you. I've made myself a space cake, and I'm on detractor beam later. So I'll hit you up on Twitter. I'll make a post about it on this channel. We'll be on detractor beam later. Find them on YouTube at detractor beam, and me on there as a guest later. Fun, high, will be high, yes. But right now, I'm just riffing on aspects of British chocolate. The marzipan. You get nicer bread, don't you, Joanna? Like, if you go in the bread aisle and just buy a fucking French stick or a few cobs, a few buns. What do you call them? Oh, this is interesting to me. This is interesting. You're from all over the country. It's bread, and it's like, you know, a roll, a cob, a bun. Like, what is that? A bap? Are you having a cheese bap, a cheese roll, a cheese bun, a cheese cob? What are you having? A cheese bun, a cheese roll, a cheese cob, a cheese. What are you having? Tell me now in chat. I need to know. I'm going to make a poll from whatever you suggest. Buns, cobs. J-Cal likes a tiger loaf. That's right. You know, sometimes people want to cut off the crust, but you know, I'm paying for that bad boy. I want it to be part of the experience. How do you send a tippy thing? Sorry, Bex. Yeah, I should be more on that. That's something I should be on. You should know. Make sure to tell them how to send the tippies, because you want the money, frankly. Remember that. Paste that in there. That's the tippy one. We've got rolls, cobs, buns, bread cake. I'm not having bread cake. Bap. Start a Q&A. Not a Q&A. No. How do I stop a Q&A? Right. Start a poll. Bun. Roll. Add an option. This is the important stuff we're getting to here. Bap. Bun. Anyone else? Bun, roll, bap, bun, and cob. Anyone else? Am I not allowed to add another option? You're not allowed to major poll with lots of options. Why can't it's just saying four options. I'm going to take bun off, and I put bun on twice, that's why. Bun, roll, bap, and cob. I think they're the big hitters, aren't they? Ask a community. This is on, now it's on you. You thought Eurovision was bad. Now it's on you. You thought X Factor was bad. Now this is on you. The big questions. Bun, roll, cobble, bap. I mean, I expect this to be a much more balanced poll. Personally, though, I think cob should... I recognise cob a lot. I don't know, maybe a bap. It depends. I think if I was having, and I'm not, never again, having a roasted pig, but, you know, the pig roast. I think when you're having a pig roast, you have a bap. I think if you're having a burger, you put it in a bun. Wallaby chocolate-covered licorice. What the fuck? What the fuck? Chocolate-covered items. We might have to do a separate playlist for that. Because I'm not putting black licorice chocolate. I'm not putting that in. There's no way. You can have it. You can eat it. But there's no way I'm putting it on my tier list. It's licorice. It's like that's like a fake sweet. like a baked sweet. Oh, this looks nice. I'll try this. Oh, it's chocolatey. That sounds nice. And then you bite into it and it's licorice. That sounds horrific. That sounds like the worst one. You could also do a super chat if you didn't manage to make the coffee.com thing work. That's also fine. It's a button on the phone. So you want chocolate covered licorice. I'll put wallaby. But I think you're nuts. I think this is insanity. What? Okay, this is going under sweets anyway, but why would you put licorice inside chocolate? That's harsh, isn't it? That's really harsh. That's really mean. That's really mean. What do I put in a cob? Me? I've got loads of options. Like, if you go down the vegan aisle now, like, vegan meat sandwich, like, you've got, like, a million things, like, you do, all this corn business and all that, you've got, like, a million things like that. And that includes cheese as well. There's like all companies doing a million kinds of vegan alternatives. So there's all that. But also, I actually think, vegetables are quite nice to eat these days. So a couple of cucumbers and a couple of tomatoes can go in. You don't have to go mental having a bit of dead pig for me. All sorts of vegetables. People like avocado sandwiches. I don't like an avocado sandwich to myself. But I'm partial to a bit of cucumber and tomato. Maybe a bit of pickle on that. And then, you can throw around these vegan slices, these tofurkeys, these, like when you're eating a sandwich, I challenge anyone, to be honest. These things are supposed to be quite like the things that they are. Do you know what I mean? But I challenge anyone who's eating a sandwich these days, like, especially as, a cheap supermarket sandwich, to be like, oh yeah, this is absolutely definitely a vegan alternative, and this one's absolutely definitely not. And I really care about the difference. Like, unless you care to not eat, you eat vegan, like, I don't see why. Like, if you're not vegan, eating that's not a problem to you. Eating that stuff, like, that's got to be fine as well, because it's very similar. Tastes like the same sort of stuff. You're eating it in a sandwich. It's like all mixed in a sandwich. You're fine. So everyone's fine. Yeah, a little bit of vegan propaganda there. So we've got roll is way out in front. I'm ending the poll. Look at this. Roll, huge winner. 50% of the vote. Bap, cob, and bun, very similar. Bap got in, but most people are eating rolls out there. How to do a super chat, says Bex. I believe that if you're watching on your phone, or if underneath the chat somewhere there's a button, it looks like a heart with some $sign in it or something, and you follow those things through to the super chat options. But thanks for thinking about it anyway. Hello Mother Bear. Hello Mother Bear, representing in chat there, Mother Bear, with the BLT. BLT is an awesome sandwich. I used to really enjoy a BLT. But if you think about it, the only thing I'm missing is the B. And like I said, there's an alternative for that. So I can get similar sort of sandwich, but without the... Yeah, it's fine. Like, it seems like, to me, not a big loss. Like, I'm not giving up much. And on the other end of the chain, like, the pig gets to live. That's quite big for the pig. Like, maybe not any specific pig, and maybe I'm not... But do you know what I mean? I think it's quite big for the pig. Like, when I had to take my cat to the vet recently, it was quite sad for my cat. I didn't try and eat him afterwards because it would have been a waste. I buried him with solemnity in the garden. I feel like that sort of same respect can be afforded to other animals for me. So that's just the way I roll. Right, milk chocolate dipped licorice sounds like an offence. The music's even stopped for that. It feels like you've done some... This is like the devil's chocolate. It just feels like... Roll's got a sausage in it, says Claire. Cucumbers in chat here. Because I said cucumber sandwiches. Love how off track we are, yeah. Okay, let's revise the list. We're supposed to be... Detract beam later for more madness. We're going to watch a couple more adverts for fun. There's the Ruffles. I've never encountered them, but I recognise them as a concept, so I think they can go on the list. And we're starting to get out into the outer wilds here now, but I think there's probably a few chocolate bars here or there that, like, mainstream in the you know, you're going in the mainstream shop. Actually, I shouldn't be doing this, should I, as a vegan? I'm advertising all these products. I should be doing only vegan chocolates. But this is just a thing that we all live with and grow up with. So, how long have I been vegan? A good few years now. I don't count, but probably 5 or something. Maybe even 7. I can check because I can look back on my old videos. And when I started making vegan videos was when I started being vegan. Maybe we'll finish on some vegan videos in a bit, but thank you very much for the £2 super chat, Sherry and Jess. Thank you very much for that. The best vegan cheese? Cheese is different. Cheese is situational, as a certain Dark Side Phil once said. So I don't have a preference, because if you want it to melt on a pizza, you might want one thing, or if you want it to taste nice in a sandwich, you might want something else. It might want to be strong and, you know, blue, or it might want to be mild and creamy. There's such a diverse range, and I still haven't found one thing that I think is the best brilliant alternative. But on the other side of the coin, it's not like, you know, it's not like desperate for cheese all the time, so like I can live with it. I eat I've got other things that I eat. You know, I still eat things. What are we looking for now is, let's revise the list. Okay, let's have a look at the list again. And let's just make sure. I'm going to read the list. You get in your mind the things that you think might not be on the list, right? And see if they appear on the list. And if they don't appear on the list, at the end of me reading the list, then you say it, okay? So, dairy milk. These are standard chocolate bars to start with, and then it just starts to branch out. Standard dairy milk, fruit and nut, dark, Bourneville, whole nut, Freddo, Dream, caramel, Old Jamaica, Old Greg, cream egg, Star Bar, double decker, milk tray, buttons, whisper, flake, toffee crisp, curly whirly, time out, twirl, fingers, crunchy, galaxy, Milky Bar, animal bars, animal crackers, fuse, matchmakers, revels, mini eggs, Tazbar, Spira, fries mint cream, Turkish delight. I still don't know what boxed is. Oh no, I put boxed because it's a new category, like boxed chocks. That's what I did. Hey, what have I done now? Boxed chocks, get rid of that. Boxed. Where's a picture of chocolate? There's a picture of some chocolate. Ferrero Rocher, milk tray, chocolate orange. Got a super chat. Beck's Beer, $1.99. Thank you very much. With a little morph, his little face. Roses, Quality Street, Black Magic, After Eights, Gillian, Terry's All Gold, Dairy Box, Celebrations, Lint Lindor, Munchies, good spot there, Munchies, Walnut Whip, Kit Kat Chunky, Kit Kat, Aero Milk, Aero Mint, Aero Yellow, Aero, something else if you know of another one, Bounty, Bounty Dark, Smarties, I'm going to put Topic in there as well, Topic, Smarties, Reese's, Toblerone, Galaxy Ripple, Yorkie, Marathon, Yorkie, we're putting Yorkie Blue, and Yorkie Brown, yeah. Marathon, Snickers, Butterfingering, maybe I should change that. Star Bar, Pink Panther, strawberry type. Dime Bar, Caramac, Fudge, Chomp, Heroes, Spira. Did we get Curly Whirly already? Kinder Egg Surprise, Kinder Bueno, Kinder Bois, Milka, M&M's, M&M's Yellow, Maltesers, Ritter, a million types, and Ruffles. I've also got Mars Bar, Snickers, Double Decker Twix, Twirl, Milky Way, Milky Bar, Aero, Fudge, and Chomp from King Jad. The Rolo, the Nestle Crunch. Look, now these are the ones that are missing. Exactly right. Picnic going on. Good spot, Damien. Picnic. The Rolo, the magnificent Rolo. Toblerone. I don't know what Aero Yellow is. I think my mum had one the other day. I think it might be caramel or something. Or like fruity or something. Flake. Did we not put the flake on? I'll put it on again, even if we didn't. Super chat not working properly. Well, you just did one, Sherry and Jess. You just did one. I read it out. I hope it's working, because otherwise I can't receive monies. But this is for fun anyway, this one. So, and we're giving some money to charity, and we're at 72 likes. Usually I say, if you give me 100 likes, I'll give money to charity. But if you give me 100 likes now, just like, you know, it's a bonus. So thanks. And yeah, who would you give your last Rolo to? That's a good question. Who would you give your last Rolo to? Have we got the Caramac on there? Let me just put it on again just in case. Caramac. The Nestle Crunch. That is a solid chocolate bar as well. There's so many chocolate bars that I no longer eat. Matchmakers, I swear I said them. I swear I said them. I don't want to duplicate, because when I go and... What I'm going to have to do offline, yeah, Matchmakers is on there. I mean, maybe I should make you sit through it now, but what I've got to do is I've got to go and find a picture of each one of these, put it in the folder, and then upload the folder to the tier list maker so we can do the tier list. So that's labour. Maybe I should just get someone else to do it. You know, maybe I should farm it out, $5 an hour. Here's a list of chocolate bars. Please make me a tier list maker. In fact, I could farm that out, couldn't I? That's exactly the sort of work that I should delegate. The Lion Bar, the Magnet... Oh! Oh! Joanna agrees she can't do tippies. YouTube would want you to do tippies. You've also got the coffee system. Otherwise, I don't know how it works, so I can't fix tippies. Jesus, I'm not YouTube, mate. The Magnificent Lion Bar. Let's have an advert break for Lion Bar, because I can't believe we didn't hit Lion Bar. The original advert break for imagine this as a concept for an advert as well. I mean, obviously the chocolate bar is called Lion Bar. There you go, Sherry and Jess, £5. My name's Jess and I'm a chocoholic. My husband's sheriff is Egyptian full of Eastern... My husband's sheriff is Egyptian full of Eastern promise. What's my favourite chocolate bar? Well, at the moment, like I said, being vegan, I'm going to shout out just dark chocolate, like of many varieties. I like a bit of... what did I used to like in it as well? Like, you know, in the supermarket, it's on sale and it's like green and blacks, but it's made by the supermarket and it's got like a little bit of like candied lime or like, you know, something snazzy in it, like a bit of cherry. Dark chocolate and cherry, probably. That's probably the way to go. But I'm not buying it if, you know, if it's not on special offer and it's expensive. And who do they think I am? Raffaello. Let's have a look at Raffaello. Oh, okay, you can have that. That's going in. I've got no idea what it is, but it's going in. I recognise it, but only because I've seen it in shops and thought, just stay away from me. I'm not risking my money on that. It looks way too snazzy and look bright white, like red. Oh, it looks way too snazzy for me. Like, I might not like that. That might not be chocolate. It's white. It's like... It looks like a Ferrero Rocher, but it's white. So I'm just going to veer away from that and eat the Ferrero Rocher. But I can see where you're coming from. Lucia Olsen, thanks for the live super chuffer. I'm in the US, so we don't have great chocolate here. Just C's on the West Coast that you know of. $10. That's because in America, they let you... Like, the standards are different, aren't they? Like, in Europe, if it's going to be chocolate, it's got to have a certain amount of cocoa in it. It's got to have a certain recipe to be considered chocolate. In America, like, you're allowed to make it with, like, dog food and... gravel or something. I don't know what the rules are. Apparently. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not out there eating your chocolate, but Raffaello's going on the list. And thank you for the $10. I really appreciate it. Munchies, I think we've got on the list. I hope we have. Yeah, we've got Munchies. I'm not looking up Mintolas because I've never heard of them, and I don't want the list to get out of hand with things that I don't know what's going on. Same with Swisskit bars. I just don't know what it is. So, Finger of Fudge we've got. Yeah, giving those kids a treat. Damn it, I said it. Minstrels. I think we got them on the list. Or did I put Revels and not Minstrels? Do you know what I should do? I should go to the supermarket and buy one of everything. Or I wouldn't have to go to the supermarket, would I? I could do it on the internet. Just put one of everything. Just see what comes. Could you imagine being the Tesco delivery driver who has to turn up and open the thing, and then they have to get into the back and open up, and like, there's this thing and it's just all chocolate. All the different chocolate, one of, in the box. You know, imagine being the picker for that. I think this fucker's a nut. Prince Harry out there ordering chocolate off the internet. You go mad. Someone let the kid on the internet. Mintola. Alright, I will look at it. I will look at it. We've got more for Mintola. Pocky, we'll have a look at. Apparently I'm not old enough. Mintola. It's a camera. This. You can't have that. Look at it. The picture's in black and white. If it came free on the front of the Beano for 1D, we're not having it. And it reminds me of something else. As anyway, it remembers like mint munchies, peppermint creams, something like that. Who remembers mint munchies? Quavers. Look at those quavers. Oh my god, look at quavers in the old bag. Look at quavers in the old bag. Look what we found. That's an absolute gem. And the old dog that used to advertise the quavers.
Again. I couldn't be happier. Swish, and then
Beck sent tippies. Super Chuffer your awesomeness on a stick. X Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
3 hugs to you. Thank you for describing me as awesomeness on a stick. I've removed the stick, but Ron likes 4 fingers and a Kit Kat. Fred West prefers a slab of chocolate, apparently, or a Wonka bar. Aldi do great vegan chocolate, apparently. So there's a good shout out for Aldi again. Like, they do good stuff, don't they? Yeah. I wonder if anyone's got a bag of old quavers. I'd be tempted to still eat them. Tempted. That's good though, isn't it? Old pack. Oh, look at this. We've hit the jackpot. Look at that. We've hit the jackpot. Oh, who fancies a bag of chipsticks? Poppets there. Well done. Poppets are on the list. I remember when crisps were in these bags that would like see-through plastic. I remember when crisps were in bags that were see-through plastic. Cheeky chap says Neris for $2. £2. Thank you very much, Neris, for the £2. Skips prawn flavour. Skips, yeah. We should do crisps, shouldn't we, another time? I can't let us veer off down here too far, but this is the mother lode. Matey bubble bath. You can't drink it, but hello. Smith's Crisps, Jim will fix it edition. Hello. Hello. Effigy of Jimmy Savile, famous paedophile. Oh, he wasn't famous being a paedophile, I suppose, but there he is. Collect the gym patches. Do you remember that? Do you remember collecting that? Oh my god! Do you remember on the back of the crisps, and you'd cut out the things, and you'd have like these tokens, and you'd be saving them up, and they'd be off the back of the crisp packets. So they'd be like dirty and salt and vinegary and prawn cocktaily, and you were keeping the packets. Do you remember keeping the packets? Jim will fix it edition. Wait, they all like it when I kissed Emma. Maybe if I give Jimmy a kiss. Jim will fix it edition. Gymnast. I remember Jaws. Spicy tomato. I used to love a spicy tomato. I like Space Raiders and Snaps. Snaps. 8p for a bag of Snaps. Are you having that? Are you having 8p for a bag of Snaps? Fish and chips. I've hit the gold mine now. You know, I've hit the gold mine. What I'm trusting now with the list is that we've all been here, we've all said stuff. I'm trusting that anything that's off the list, and it is a fucking extensive list, right? So anything that's not on that list, pfft. But if there's not, then they can do it in chat. Not in chat, you're in chat. They can do it in, you know, we'll do a bit more today. We're not finished with stream yet. You know, we're going to sit here for a bit longer. I'm going to sit here for a bit longer.
It's raining again. I couldn't be happier. Swish.
Just sent tippies. Love your chuffing. Super Chuffer owes 10 hugs.
Cheers. 10 hugs. That's a nice, solid 10 note. Thank you. I really appreciate it. we can go back to the list. The Drifter bar, I'll put that on. I used to love a Drifter. Something with a bit of chew that would last a bit of time. I used to love it because, like, if you're buying your sweets at school and it's lunchtime and like it's to get you through, it's a bit of sustenance. Like, you want it to last. You don't want it to be like one and gone. Drifter, lovely, good shout. Drifter's on there. Pocky, you wanted me to look at Pocky as well. I will look at Pocky. I get the feeling, I think Pocky might be Japanese or something. Okay, here's Pocky. Now, the thing with Pocky is that, yes, definitely has got chocolate involved. Not British. Have to import that bastard. And could also be somewhere along the line of a biscuit. So, interesting item. Not going to put them on the list. On the other hand, in chat here, the chocolate cigarette. They're going on the list. Not only did I used to buy them regularly and pretend to smoke them, but I used to eat them with the paper on as well, because I wasn't really sure if you... I still don't know. Are you supposed to eat them with the paper on? I used to. They're going on the list. And as a special mention, I'm going to put Christmas tree chocolate. Xmas tree choc, because Christmas tree chocolate is its own thing. Mint Viscount. White Mice. White Mice, no, because they're part of the sweets range. Mint Viscount, no, because it's a biscuit. Munchies we've got. This piece of music you can hear right now, right? I'm playing the soundtrack to The Outer Wilds, and this is the piece of music that kicks off when essentially everything ends. I'm not going to explain it too much because I'd like to play it on stream one time and for us all to go on this journey together. But it's a beautiful piece of music, and it reminds me of what it would be like. My sister asked this question the other day. My sister gets this thing in a bonnet sometimes, and we'll talk about it, right? Because she talks about it. But she gets to be in a bonnet. She's talking about big talk recently. I think what we're doing today is small talk, talking about chocolate and bits and pieces. But she was like, what about big talk? Oh, big talk. It's a thing, apparently. They did a TED talk. She asked this question. I'll ask it you now. If you knew the world was going to end in like 5 minutes, like if you saw the nukes, not the nukes, there's a planet crashing into us, or the sun was about to explode, here it comes. They've said it on the radio, T-minus 5 minutes. You've got 10 minutes. What are you going to do? A maximum of 10 minutes left. What are you going to do? What would you be up to? What would you do? And, you tell me in chat if you've got an idea of what you think you might do. I know pretty much what I would do, so I'll tell you. Is I'd probably, not, because I don't drink. I gave up drinking. It's a bane of my life. It has been. I'd probably crack whatever's in the fridge drink-wise. Fuck it. Doesn't matter now, does it? Probably, hopefully, manage quickly to roll a reefer. And I'd want to sit with my dog, probably. My sister made a good idea. Maybe go out on a dog walk somewhere nice. Sit and just watch it kick off. Just watch that sun crash. Maybe even eat some nice chocolate. Maybe even eat some nice... Maybe even just like... What's the point in saving it? Might eat that bar of chocolate I've been saving, Might just let it kick off. And the main thing is you just want to be with your friends and family, wouldn't you? You just want to be with... I'd said my dog. But, my mom, my sister, my dad. You just want to be with them, wouldn't you? While it kicked off. Interesting, isn't it? The small things in life. Don't have to have all the... I wouldn't be like, I need £1 million and a solid gold plane to fly around in. If it... I don't know what the specifics are. If you just knew there was 10 minutes and then it was all up. I guess the sky falling in, like the sun crashing is a good example because there's nothing you can do about it. Earth is crashing into the sun. T-minus 10 minutes. Run to the sea with your cat and vodka there, you see. It's quite a sad thought in a way. It's quite a sad thought, but it came up because of that piece of music that talks about it during the game that I've got in the background. But it's an interesting thought, isn't it? And what I think about today, what we were doing today, what we have been doing, what we are doing, it's kind of like that. We're just hanging out. We're just having, for this moment, and I know I'm drawing attention to it, so I'm kind of spoiling the magic in a way, but for an hour and a half now, we haven't had to think about the things that make us sad or the things that are cross. For a minute I gave some money to charity and we did some good even. Do you know what I mean? We've created a good vibe, And like 5 minutes you don't live with your parents. Yeah, no, my dad's just down in town. I mean, I'd probably struggle to get there in time maybe, but you know, 10 minutes or however long it takes maybe. You know, there's no rules on this one, I suppose, but you know what I mean? You'd want to spend it with the people that you care about the most and were close to, I suppose, wouldn't you? And you can't take the money with you. Yeah, so none of that would matter. None of my items and my possessions would matter anymore. 10 minutes to go, would it? None of that stuff would matter. It would just, like, you know, I just want to be with my dog and my mom and my sister and my dad, and do you know what I mean? Like I said, I'd crack open the good stuff, like whatever it was I'd been saving. Like, I'd crack that. I'd eat my Star Bar. Do you know what I mean? Forget chocolate. Let's do crisps, says Bex. It's too late now. It's too late now. 10 minutes to the world ends, and we've got. Look at this. I tell you what, I do enjoy this. Pimp that snack. I am a fan of that. So this is a website where people make giant versions, and I know, again, it's not vegan, so look for vegan alternatives please, but isn't it a good idea to make an absolutely giant Viscount? And I tell you what, 10 out of 10 for creating a tinfoil wrap. 10 out of 10 for that. Look at the size of the bad boy. Could be a bad girl, it's non-specific gender, non-denominative gender biscuit. Look at the size of it. I would be tempted myself to buy a load of Viscounts and use them to just like smush them up into one big one. But no, they've gone throughout the whole process. Chocolate liqueurs, oh, that's a good suggestion. They're going on as a general principle. Chocolate liqueurs, they're going on. I forgot wagon wheels. I'm not having them. I can't have it. It's a biscuit. Too biscuit. Too much. We'll have to vote. We'll vote on wagon wheels. I'll allow you to vote. Start a poll. Wagon wheels. Wagon wheels. There's your poll. Wagon wheels, are they going on the list or not? I'll allow you to choose. The topic, I've got the topic. I've got a topic on there. I like a topic. I like a topic. What about a giant Pringle? Has someone made a giant Pringle? That must be really difficult. I don't want to download anything. No. No. Wow, what are you doing? Giant Pringle. Out of smashed potato? Are you nuts? They're making potato, and they've ironed the potato out with the rolling pin, and they're letting it... That's clever. They're giving it shape by cooking it over a can. But they've overcooked it. However, it is a very large Pringle. I will give them that. I will give them that. They've overcooked it, but... And you need an awful lot more, and you need to make the tube to really, you know... Really give me this... the full feeling, but... Yeah, I'll give them that. Giant Pringle. Top rated. These are the current top rated giant items. The creme de la creme egg. This is 1.5 kilograms of Cadbury's chocolate. 3 pounds of granulated sugar. 2 140 gram bottles of liquid glucose, vanilla extract. Why aren't you using fondant? Are you nuts? Why don't you just buy fondant? You're going to make your own fondant filling. Fair enough. After procuring an Easter egg mould from eBay, we were ready to go. Were you? Were you? Let's see what they got up to. Obviously, you're melting all your stuff. You're doing it in an egg mould. Fair enough. Make it look like an egg. Make your fondant, if you want. Pour it in. And the fondant of the different colour. It's actually quite a straightforward process, isn't it, in a way? Seal that up. Giant wrapper. I love the giant wrappers. That's part of it for me. Giant wrapper. If you've never been stoned, you haven't had a cornflake sandwich. Says Brent. Look at the size of it next to the kettle. Now that is impressive, isn't it? There is something lovely about that. I don't know what it is, right? What is it? I'll put the whisper on. I think we've already put the whisper on, but I'll put it on and we'll look at some adverts in a second. What is it about? Like, if you make me a really small egg, like if you make me a Cadbury's cream egg, but it's really small, like for a mouse, I'm like, wow, look at it, it's tiny, tiny little cream egg, lovely. And if you make it me really big, I'm like, that's impressive, I like that. What is that? Why is that? Normal cream egg, normal, happy with it. Doesn't like impress me. But then suddenly you made it big and I'm impressed. Or you made it small, I'm even more impressed. Don't know why. Like, why am I just not impressed by the standard egg? Monster Jammy Dodger, straightforward one. Too easy. Making a big cake, aren't you? Oh, that's too easy. Okay, it is a great big Jammy Dodger, well done. But to really, float my boat on this sense, you have to make a whole packet of them and put them in a big wrapper. But yeah, giant party ring can be done. Mega tots, like jelly tots, but they're big. Nah. It's just like jam, isn't it? And jelly made into giant. It's good that the kids are involved, I suppose. Mega tots, jelly tots. So at least they know how they're made. That's actually quite cool. They've done the bag. They did the bag. So that's cool. What do you think about this giant stuff? Are you into this giant stuff? Do you like a giant gummy bear? I mean, how are you going to eat they've got those honeys. You know the honey with the bear? They've got the honey with the bear, but they've emptied them out. And they've got the gummies. They're going to melt the gummy. Oh, God, aren't they? They're going to segregate the gummies and then melt them. You'd eat that one. That one stands out. That's a slightly different colour green. Just eat that one. And then they're going to melt them and then remold them into a big bear. Look at that. All those bears all melted down. They started out as one. They were extruded on a machine into separate bears and then they go back as one. Melted back. The timeout bar, I think we've got a galaxy. I'll move this as well if you want to see the full list. Do you want me to do I'll do the full list while you're thinking. I'll do the full list. You ready? Dairy Milk, Fruit and Nut, Dark, Bourneville, Whole Nut, Freddo, Dream, Caramel, Old Jamaica, Cream Egg, Star Bar, Double Decker, Milk Tray, Buttons, Whisper, Flake, Toffee Crisp, Curly Whirly, Time Out, 12, Fingers, Crunchy, Galaxy, Milky Bar, Animal Bars, Animal Crackers, Fuse. I know the Animal Crackers are biscuits, but I'm counting them. Fuse, Matchmakers, Revels, Mini Eggs, Tazbar, Spira, Fries Mint Cream, Turkish Delight, Ferrero Rocher, Milk Tray, Chocolate Orange, Black Magic, Roses, Quality Street, After Eights, Gwillian, Terry's All Gold, Dairy Box, Celebrations, Lint Lindor, Munchies, Walnut Whip, Kit Kat Chunky, Kit Kat, Aero Milk, Aero Mint, Aero Yellow, Aero, maybe another one, Bounty, Bounty Dark, Topic, Smarties, Reese's, Toblerone, Galaxy Ripple, Yorkie Blue, Yorkie Brown, Marathon, Snickers, Butterfingers, Star Bars, Pink Panthers Strawberries, Dime Bar, Caramac, Fudge, Chomp, Hero, Spira, Kinder Egg Surprise, Kinder Bueno, Kinder Bois, Milka, any variety you like, M&M's, M&M Yellow, Maltesers, Ritter, all the colours, Ruffles, Picnic, Rollos, Toblerone, Tambourine I nearly said, Flake, Caramac, Nestle Crunch, Raffaello, Poppets, Drifter, Chocolate Cigarettes, Christmas Tree Chocolate, Chocolate Liqueurs, A Whisper, Mars Bar, Snickers, Double Decker, Twix, Twirl, Milky Way, Milky Bar, Aero, Fudge, Chomp. Is there anything that's not on there? If so, right, it sounds like I'm rapping, doing the Eminem. Maltesers written. I can't even say all those things quickly. Maltesers riff. Forget it. If I've not put anything on that list, and if you're watching this back on, if you're watching this in the comments, put it in the comments. You've got about 48 hours before we do the episode for Easter. I don't know what day we're doing it. This weekend sometime, probably. Usually I do Genshin Impact at the weekends. Easter, you might be doing stuff with your friends and family, or you might want to do this instead. Might be a Thursday or Friday thing we do. Don't know what day it is today even. Today's Wednesday, so probably a Friday thing we do. Probably do this on Friday, so you've got till Friday. If it is Friday and you're watching this, or if it's Saturday or Sunday or whatever, like, what do you want me to do? Tiffin. What's Tiffin? No. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna pull Jeremy Clarkson out for you. No. James May and Richard Hammond have been eating dairy milk bars. Which dairy milk will go fastest? This lovely dairy milk. Lovely European dairy milk. No. That's my Jeremy Clarkson anyway. The reason I'm pulling it out is because if we let them, there's like so many. I appreciate this is something they seem to be doing, but it's not traditional. It's not classic. I'm not even allowing the mint crisp. Like, if we let them just say anything, tropical pineapple now. Look, no. I know they're making all sorts these days, but no, that's an Australian import anyway. I'm not having it. There's too many. I'm sticking to the classics. Talking to the classics, we were looking at this, weren't we? Oh, this was getting me hard. Space dust. Monkey dust. They don't do monkey dust, do they, for the kids these days? Not having that. Monkey dust. I'm actually feeling a little bit nostalgic and a little bit sad now in a way. So, you know, my life went by and fish and chips aren't what they used to be. Walker's snaps are no longer 8p, 10p when I was a kid, but this is our lives, for Christ's sake. It's kind of nice in a way though as well, isn't it? They were always bad, weren't they? These ones. But you used to have them anyway. The old Panda Pops. Still no one could explain to me why a panda had anything to do with the juices. But what? What? Okay, let's get the poll in. Let's find out if Jaffa Cakes made it. Sorry, Wagon Wheels are not in. Wagon Wheels were no, 57% no. No to Wagon Wheels. Sunny D was the kiddie cocaine. Very good call. Let's have a look. Let's have a Whisper advert and a Sunny D advert. Oh, we didn't watch the Lion Bar advert, did we? We'll pause the beautiful sounds of the Outer Wilds just to enjoy the Lion Bar. Thing. That's my copyright. And I'll put the other music back on at the same time. Heart sing. Shut up with the copyright. It's the, like, you know, you get the song anyway. So easy sell, isn't it? If you work in the advertising department. What is it? It's a Lion Bar. Well, we'll do it a lion. Do a lion on it. Is that it? Wild Thing. The song Wild Thing. Just, you know, brainstorming here. Well, you've only got 2 ideas on your brainstorming board. Yeah, I thought they were both good, so I used them. Wild Thing. The lion. Someone in the copyright room can come up with some slogans like bite it or chew it or some shit. I mean, that's what you do with it, isn't it? You eat it. Crunch it. Eat it. Lion Bar. But it worked. We were all down with that. Just a picture of a lion. Just a big old lion. Rah! Equals my chocolate delight. Weird, isn't it? But we all had that. We were just accepting of it. Just fine with that. Just fine. The Whisper, on the other hand, went completely a different way. Completely a different way. People talking and eating a chocolate bar. Completely a different way.
New Whisper Gold. And guess what's new about it? Milk chocolate. It's always had the Cadbury's milk chocolate. Now it's got something else. The distinctive velvety texture. Yes, that is the Cadbury's Whisper chocolate, but now it's got something new. Chocolate? No. Now it's got a layer of deliciously rich caramel. So it tastes completely different. That's the caramel, boy. It's the milk chocolate. No, it's the caramel. New Whisper Gold from the people who brought you Cadbury's Whisper.
And what was that? I think we should put Whisper on. Should we put Whisper Gold? Whisper Gold was fucking tidy. The Rolo ads with the elephant. I vaguely remember this. Didn't the elephant smack him in the face? Because an elephant never forgets. What? Bedunk good what Gilastarolo do it? I don't know about that, mate. It's not what it used to say. It definitely didn't used to say Bedunk good what Gilastarolo do it. Not for me anyway.
Hey, look, it's Skippy. That's right, Skip. Deliciously crunchy new Rollo cookies. Yep, it's my last one. Saved for the best mate a boy could ever have. Here you go.
You're doing the audition for the Rolo advert kid today, so I want you to smile as wide. Yeah, give it your best, biggest smile. You really fucking love those Rolos. Remember that. But I don't want to wear this T-shirt. It makes me look like Where's Wally? Yeah, but you know that's the T-shirt they've got. That's the T-shirt you're wearing. Smile. I don't really want to smile. I don't feel like so. If you don't smile, I'm going to give you such a smack. This is your big chance. Give it your best smile. And you've gone in. Like, oh, I like your Where's Wallow T-shirt. Where's Wallow? You've got the job, kid.
Here you go, Mark.
Thanks, mate.
New Rollo cookies, golden toffee and crunchy biscuit, and a milk chocolate cup.
Marooga base. G'day, Skip. What's that? Someone pushed the boys down the old mine shaft. Who could have done that?
Skippy done it. It's a joke. He had the Rolos. It's really quite abstract though, isn't it? Like, I'm not getting the... They did this bit in the middle with the Rolos, so I was able to pull that out. Rolos, that's what we're on about. But for a while there, I didn't really... Like, he was eating his chocolate, Skippy was watching him. Skippy come and talk to the policeman. What? Racist commercial. Oh, this looks good. Should we watch that? No, obviously not. I would rather not watch a random racist commercial. Thanks, YouTube. We did put Fry's Cream Bar on, but I want to know if there's an advert for it. Because they did a good Turkish Delight advert, didn't they? And then these adverts, I'll tell you what happened, this stream will be totally copyrighted with the Whammer, and probably the Outer Wilds music will be copyright as well, and I'll have to, like, delete it, and all your chat will go.
£190,000, the gentleman on my left.
See, this is posh chocolate, isn't it? Now, you see it in the shop, again, like, when you're a kid, you see that, it doesn't look like it's designed for children. It just doesn't look as snazzy, it's not got the different colours. You see it in the shot, and you think, oh, interesting, probably leave that. You never end up buying it. No, I don't think I've ever chosen that.
Going once, going twice, 200,000.
Make the moment last with Fry's chocolate cream.
What did she do? See, I don't even understand it. It's something to do with auctions. It's too highbrow for me, that. That's for, like, people who go to Wimbledon and shit. I don't know. I'm only joking. Yeah, very, very posh chocolate there, isn't it? Or at least they want you to think so. Fries have got their own shit going on. I used to like a trio.
Susie's gonna sing about a different kind of chocolatey biscuit. Trio!
That was bang on. That was bang on. Was there a Karamak advert? I think there was. But Karamak was dominant for a while, wasn't it? Maybe there's not. I want to watch this one with the rabbit again. We all know why.
Hey, Mr. Beaver, why are you beavering around?
Sex rabbit.
Haven't you heard of Cadbury's Caramel? See, as the thick Cadbury's milk chocolate melts with that dreamy caramel, you just have to take things really easy. Looks like somebody else could do with some take.
Why did they make the rabbit so sexy? Why did they go for sex rabbit? Why did they go for bunny girl? What's that about? Why? I don't understand. Even now as an adult, now I'm looking back at it, I don't understand why. I don't understand. I understand like they want to sex up the chocolate, yeah. So why have we like you're in the marketing department, and this is the 80s. Anything goes in the 80s. You know, you're in the marketing department. They're in the office. They're all the cocaine's out on the table. They've all had their cocaine for the morning, cocaine and coffee. Let's come up with some ideas for some marketing. And everything goes. You know, we can advertise guns to kids if you want. We can advertise, like, you know, prostitution in schools. We can do what we like. It's the advertising in the 80s. We can do what the fuck we want, you know. Hello, Snood. How much do I have to tip to have 5 seconds of your video watched and then skipped? Hello, Snood. Big ups. I'm on Detractor Beam. I've been telling them today. We're coming to Detractor Beam after this. It's now 6 p.m. in the UK. I'm scheduled on Detractor Beam in about an hour, so I'm going to knock off this very soon, and we're going to jump onto that in a minute. So I'm rolling into... Actually, I'm absent-mindedly rolling quite close to the actual time that I'm supposed to be on Detractor Beam as well, aren't I? Let me just check my messages and confirm. Well, you're in chat, you can tell me what time I'm supposed to be on. 3 p.m. EST. What's 3 p.m. EST? No one can ever know. It's impossible to find out. 3 p.m. EST in Green Mountain time. Or just do it in Google. Forget planting the trees for now. You just need to find out the answer. Search it with Google. It's 7 and it's now 6. So I've got about an hour. Cartoons were to produce. Maybe they were. Maybe, you know, maybe this is a psyop to produce furries. It didn't send me sexy on the rabbits. It sent me saucy on the chocolate, I think. But she was a hot rabbit.
Looks like somebody else could do with some.
Ooh. 8 p.m. you're all saying. Why did Google tell me 7? Two hours. You're saying 2 hours. It's an hour. I'm saying it's in an hour. So you're going to have to bring it forward because Google said. So we're saying 2 hours. Google said, look, I'll show you. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. Google, Wednesday. Or maybe that's Eastern time, not Central time. See, this is the problem with having all these different clocks. Dark Side Phil was right. Okay, you're off to get your dinner. Look, yeah. What I want to do is, I wanted to make sure you all know that I'm on Detractor Beam. So come and watch us there in a couple of hours. We've been running this stream now for 2 hours and a bit. We have been making, and this is the crux of it, right? We've been making a massive list of all the different kinds of British chocolate. In my own free time between now and the next stream, I have got to, and it's a fucking job of work, this. I've got to go and take a picture of all of those things off the internet. I'll read them out to you one last time. I'll take a picture of all of them, we'll make the tier list, and then we'll do the tier list. Just like this, but we'll have, like, debates in chat. We'll sort it all out. We'll get it all working. You know, we'll do the tier list. And it's standard chocolate. It's British chocolate, okay? You ready? This is the list, the big list. Sexy list. Dairy Milk, Fruit and Nut, Dark Bourneville, Whole Nut, Freddo, Dream, Caramel, Old Jamaica, Cream Egg, Star Bar, Double Decker, Milk Tray, Buttons, Whisper, Flake, Toffee Crisp, Curly Whirly, Time Out, I'm not doing different voices all the way through. That's offensive. You'll start being offensive, you'll accidentally do your Chicky Chang Wong voice and then it'll all go wrong. Okay, so careful. That's an in-joke for the Dark Side Phil crowd. That's obviously I don't have a Chicky Chang Wong voice. Right. Now we can carry on. You know, I was joking about somebody else who was racist and uses the phrase Chicky Chang Wang. So they're racist and I'm not. That's the joke. But if you didn't get it, you might think I was just being racist. So I need to make it clear. It's good if you have to finish a joke with a nice qualifying statement. It's always funnier. Cream Egg, Star Bar, Double Decker, Milk Tray, Buttons, Whisper Flake, Toffee Crisp, Curly Whirly, Time Out, 12, Fingers, Crunchy, Galaxy, Milky Bar, Animal Bars, Animal Crackers, Fuse, Matchmakers, Revels, Mini Eggs, Tazbar, Spira, Fries Bink Cream, Turkish Delight, Ferrero Rocher, Milk Tray, Chocolate Orange, Black Magic, Roses, Quality Street, After Eights, Gwillian, Terry's All Gold, Dairy Box, Celebrations, Lindor Munchies, Walnut Whip, Kit Kat, Crunchy Kit Kat, Aero Milk, Aero Mint, Aero Yellow, Aero, I don't know, kind of Aero, Bounty, Bounty Dark, Topic, don't mind if I do, Smarties, Reese's, Toblerone, Galaxy Ripple, Yorkie Blue, Yorkie Brown, Marathon, Snickers, Butterfingers, Star Bar, Pink Panther, strawberry version, Dime Bar Caramac, Fudge Chomp, Hero, Spira, Kinder Egg Surprise, Kinder Egg Bueno, Kinder Egg Bar, Milka, M&M's Yellow, Maltesers, Ritter, Ruffles, Picnic, Rollo, I've done it again, Rolos, Elephant didn't forget, Toblerones, Flakes, Caramac, Nestle Crunch, Raffaello, Poppets, Drifter, Chocolate Cigarettes, Christmas Tree Chocolate, Chocolate Liqueurs, The Whisper, and The Whisper Gold. Yeah, that's the list now. Detractor Beam's on now, look. Wednesday Law and live stream, scheduled. There you go, look. Is that a link? Or is like... Can I find it? Is it scheduled? Should I put the link? I'll put the link. Here we are. This is us. Copy. So that's the list. If there's anything that's not on the list, right? The Galaxy Varieties will put Cookie Crumble for you, but I'm getting out of hand now. Put Cookie Crumble. But it's the same thing. Have I got Twix? I don't know. Have I got Twix? At the bottom, Mars Bar, Snickers, Double Decker Twix, Twirl, Milky Way, Milky Bar, Aero Fudge Chomp. Yes, Twix, Lion Bar. Didn't I not say it? We looked at the advert. Lion. If there's anything I'm missing, then it goes now in the comments of the video, and people have got 24, 48 hours to get it in. Did I not read Timeout Bar? I mean, I like a Timeout Bar, so I'm surprised if I didn't, but I might not have done. And then I've got all this wonderful time on my hands. Tomorrow, essentially, I've only got tomorrow to find a picture of all of these things and to make the tier list. But it's going to be the official full one, isn't it? It's going to be the full one. And then on Friday, or maybe the weekend, depending on what you think, I'll put that as a comment. When's the best day? No, I'll put it as a poll. Look, I'll put it as a poll. You can tell me now. Start a poll. Which day is podcast best? Which day is Easter Choc? What we're doing, tier list best. Which day is Easter Choc tier list best? And which day is it? Is it like Friday? Or could it be Saturday? I mean, I'm not really into doing it on a Sunday, but Sunday is Easter, you see, so it might be that people want to just do their Easter Sunday themselves. I'm not going to write the full word because I'm lazy like that. So there's a poll. My choice is probably Friday, but, you know, we could do any of the days you can choose. Saturday's coming up strong already. Saturday's going strong already. This is the Detractor Beam. A lot of people prefer Sunday now. Sunday's pulled ahead. And we could do it. I exist on all the days. As long as I still exist, I exist on all the days. So, you know, my existence is not in question. Sorry, I thought that was quite a good one there. My existence is not in question. But don't know if you all came along for the ride on that one. I just thought it was a good, funny... I don't think many people have said that before. Should we do it on Friday? Yeah, well, I should probably still exist. So as long as my existence isn't in question, I'll be there. No, I think that's quite original. Sunday is really pull the head hard. Friday and Sunday now are the options. I like my free... Well, what I do is, at the weekends, it's my free time, yeah, but I'd stream Genshin Impact on the weekends on Twitch later on at night. The day I'll do whatever I want, but in the evening I like to play Genshin Impact. So that's one of the fun things I do, so I stream it on Twitch. So we could eat into one of our Twitch streams instead, you know. You're at work Friday, Saturday and Monday, so Sunday's the only day for you to watch it. Although it will exist on the internet afterwards, but you want to be here to have your say, don't you? Friday and Sunday are still quite... You know, if they're both quite similar, I could pick either. A lot of people like Sunday. You know, Sunday's a good day for it. I'll have to check with my family to see that we're not doing any Easter Sunday stuff, you know. I thought I'm vegan, why am I selling out? Do you know what? I didn't realise until we talked about veganism during this episode that I was effectively marketing these chocolate items today. And I've veered well away from it all the time. Like I said we'd finish on some vegan videos today, so we will. If you go to this Super Chuffer channel and you check out the other channels that are attached, all of them are me. I've done them all. Who do you think's doing this shit? Who do you think's pumping this? Who do you think's doing this shit? In this one is the vegan ones, isn't it? Battery exhausted. I used to put. So if we put vegan, like, I've been quite militant about it in the past, even suggesting that you should only eat it. Only really want to spend your money in a vegan supermarket if you could choose to. This is 7 years ago I made these videos, so I'm not still like militantly vegan. Should a vegan eat a squirrel? That's quite an interesting conversation, isn't it? Veganism is not a diet. It's an ideology that informs your diet, and all your choices should be made because of your vegan ideology. So I do understand that marketing all these chocolate bars is probably not the best. Yeah. You know, until I got midway through it, I thought it was fun because it's something from my childhood. Something like all the people in chat, it's something from their childhood. Something that, because we're coming up to Easter, Easter is synonymous with Jesus and chocolate. Easter's the time where Jesus rolled around in the chocolate, and they made like an egg. I think did he squeeze out an egg, or did they make his head into an egg? Something to do with chocolate and eggs and Jesus. That's what I picked up anyway when I was a kid. So no, obviously Jesus is risen on Easter, and I always thought that we should have things made with self-raising flour, like risen, like breads, Easter bread. But yeah, Jesus was vegan. Yeah, I agree with you, C-Wise. Yeah, do you know, I appreciate what you're saying. I didn't really think about it that deep until I was midway through today's episode, which is a bit of an oversight because usually I was, like I was saying, I was quite deep on it. We'll probably do it on Sunday. No, it looks like we'll probably do it on Sunday as a special, and by then I've got enough time to get all the things in order. And all we'll do is I'll bring up each chocolate and I'll say, this is this chocolate bar. How good is it? Top or the bottom of the list? I could even try and include some vegan chocolate in there to put at the top of the list, couldn't I? You're right. So I will do that. And then you'll tell me in chat, is it an A tier, top tier, or is it not very good? And then we'll have votes, and then we'll have arguments and squabbles, and we will generally put the different ones. It reminds you of your nana. Sorry, what the hen. Hopefully in a good way. Blue ribbons, look, the blue ribbons, that's going on the list, you see? There are still things to go on the list, so that's going on the list. And if anyone's got any things in, if anyone's got any things, you pretend you don't know us there though, Scott. I don't know what you mean there. Has anyone got any things that you want to put in? Jesus was a vegan, of course he was. Of course he was. You didn't see him sacrificing any chickens. There's no mention of him eating any... Is there? He should have been. The chickens would have thanked him. You'll be at church on Sunday, says Joanna. I mean, this episode won't be on the whole day. It'll only be a part of the day. But that's it. You know, Easter is actually Easter Sunday, so it is actually the Easter day, isn't it? So I do appreciate that. But it's the winner of the vote by a long margin, so I've got to listen to the vote. Don't have to listen to the vote. Can do what the fuck I want. Which is what we're going to do now. We're going to finish off with a little bit of veganism in the way of these film puns. So if you've got anything that you haven't... If the list is now basically complete. If everyone's saying Jesus ate fish. Jesus was... Look, it was just propaganda what I was doing. It was pure propaganda. But then again, you don't know what's written in the Bible is the truth, do you? Because you can't read ancient Aramaic, and they translated it. Maybe it was fish alternative. Maybe everyone else had the fish, and Jesus just had the chips.
Okay.
So this is me.
Hi, you're with Scott. This is Binaural Island.
So you might notice a couple of things here, and you're going to think it's kind of weird, but it's binaural, which means that if you've got your headphones on, it sounds like you're there with me. Okay, so that you just have to deal with that. And then also, I used to, I don't know if I've done this, I think I have done this. In the edit, what I think I've done is I've slightly pitched my voice down. Honestly, I just think I have. I might be wrong, but I think I have. So you have to deal with that as well. Yeah? Should we say yeah to that? I think we'll just say yeah to that. Let's move the main frame a little bit. So the list is still on the screen. And the main frame and the list can exist together. Where's the list? Come on, you notepad. They can exist together. There we go. So this is a binaural video, but what we're going to do is we're going to look at some
battery exhausted.
Some puns.
It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is your right ear, and this is your left ear. So we're recording with the dummy head. You know what is going on because I just did a long rambling video where I talked about everything.
Right, next.
And this is the puns, films versus vegetables puns video without long rambling anything. Okay, so we're just going to get straight into it. Number 10, watercress down. Boom. All of these images are produced by me on Photoshop.
Edit, undo.
And you may require a warning of this nature because
I need to get
it
this.
may be that you think that these are real film posters, but they're not. I can assure you, I've designed them all myself.
Yeah, I did that myself, watercress down.
Like I said in the last video, no more joking about the quality of my Photoshop. It's just for kicks, alright? Number 9, Inglorious Bananas.
Yes.
And these are vegan. These are vegan. I did consider putting a swastika on the bananas because it would fit with the film poster, but then I was going to take some bananas at home and actually sort of scratch a swastika on and then let it go brown and then photograph it, and it seemed like a lot of trouble for just a little picture that I had to bang together for this video, so I didn't bother. And also I didn't want my guests to come around my house and think that I had fascist fruit. So, but these are all vegan, and this is films versus vegetables. Of course, you're already thinking, aren't you? I see you. I see you thinking. You're thinking, oh, I've got a film that, you know, oranges are not the only fruit. Well, that's already got oranges in it, so you can't. Apples are not. It's not. It doesn't work like that. But please do pop a pun.
This is me. Don't pop a pun in this video. In this comments. Go to that video on battery exhausted and put your puns there. Don't put it here. Don't put it in this video. And it's easy work. This is for me reacting to myself. I can take over from my own stream. So
I've got Last Mango in Paris. Last Mango in Paris. Not everyone knows this film, but you probably recognise the title, don't you? So there you go. There's number 8. Number 7 is The People versus Larry Mint.
Ooh,
Larry Mint. You see, like Mint. I'll forget it. At number 6, Natural Corn Killers.
Nice.
Now, that should really work, shouldn't it? Because born and corn are just virtually the same word with one letter different. But it doesn't seem to roll off the tongue, does it? Natural Corn Killers.
No, I think it's good.
You'll agree, my movie poster. I've outdone myself here.
I did that. That's my Photoshop.
Number 5, Planet of the Grapes.
Nice.
Now, I thought that I did check all of these to see if anyone else had done a movie poster because I didn't want the hassle of having to do the movie posters myself. So I did go on the internet and I found a Planet of the Grapes movie poster. So here it is. But since I was doing 9 others, I ended up doing my own. So here's mine.
Mine's not as good as theirs.
And at this juncture, I will quickly say that I did also at this point find a couple on the Guardian newspaper.
You missed the grapes.
They've also got a website on the Guardian newspaper.
Shut up.
9 of the.
Look, there's my grapes.
And at this juncture, I will quickly say that I did also at this point find a couple on the Guardian newspaper. They've also got a website, you know, like modern newspapers do. I don't know if you call it a newspaper anymore, would you, or a website? The Guardian news outlet.
Yeah, what are they?
An article.
Are they still a newspaper?
Got a few on there, so I only picked a couple off the article.
Look at my smug face. I was having fun. This is back then. I used to make videos rather than do lives. Yeah, so like I was having fun making this video. I'd made a lot of videos, and the thing is with videos is you don't know how they're going to go down, do you? So like I just wanted to do my puns video, so yeah, I did,
which is the big.
And I was quite enjoying it. And I used to film very close to my face like this because of the binaural thing, because of the dummy head, which is like associated with the true binaural, which is the old ASMR thing that I did. So it's all deliberate style. but it's when you look at it from an outsider, when you just walk into it, it's a weird collection of choices. Like, I'm very close up and I've pitched my voice slightly down, but there were choices.
Tort.
Look at that, the big tort. It's not even a popular movie anymore. Look at this. The Big Tort. I don't even know what the original movie's called. Can't even tell you what the original's called, but The Big Tort. What is it called?
The Revenants.
Nice.
It was quite nice, The Revenants.
From The Guardian.
And this one, I don't know what film it is, so, but broccoli.
What film is that supposed to be? Brooklyn. It makes my nose look big. Yeah, it does. I do have quite a big nose. I do. But yeah, you're right. I'm like, you know, the what you call it of the camera, the distortion of the camera, and being really close does. But I wanted you to feel that I was really close. So like that was the idea back then. But
so if you know what film that's supposed to be.
I wouldn't make the same choice now, maybe. But my nose is still the same bigness.
In the comments, but broccoli. But I didn't do.
Oh, The Big Short.
Those ones. So they don't have actual vegetables on the poster. They've just changed the word, haven't they?
I talk about that for about.
It's not good enough. So if you come up with one, then I do urge you to get on your computer and shonk together a film poster, put it in Imager or somewhere like that, and then you can share it in the comments, can't you? And if I do a follow-up video for another,
I talk about this for about 7 minutes, for 6 minutes there, so I'm going to skip again.
Potato, which is Dr. No. So.
What? What have I done here?
Potato.
Wait. Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. You can handle this. Skipping around in a video. Come on, YouTube.
Automatically, because I just did an ASMR video, so I'm automatically going up to the ears. But Sky Falafel, right?
Sky Falafel. Sky Falafel. That's a good one. So. I had just finished recording an ASMR video, and then I'm doing this as extras, so that's why it's in that format, I guess.
But the real number 4, which I did a poster for, is Dr. Potato, which is Dr. No. So, Dr. Potato. I'm looking in the lens and I'm seeing the front of the lens and into the camera, and it's making me try and focus on both things, and it's making me cross my eyes like that. So that's why I'm trying to.
Dr. Potato. I don't know if you've seen the full movie poster here, but this lady here is wearing a. I don't know if you can see the full. Oh, this lady here, she's wearing a potato bikini. See this lady here? I did that. That's Photoshop. I thought that was... And he's got his face, he's a potato. And I also put the word tato. And Po. I changed the no to Po. So I used to be a dab hand at the old Photoshop on the old Mac. But these days you need to pay for all this stuff. No. The old Mac, I used to get it on the old LimeWire.
And I'm seeing the front of the lens and into.
All right, that's me crossing my eyes. It's not necessary.
No, but I don't know if that means my eyes are crossed. It could be that they just look normal. Who knows? I can't see myself, can I? You can never really see your own face. Oh, what about mirrors? Well, no, that's a reflection, isn't it? It's reversed. And what about if you took a photo and then look at it? Well, yeah, but you're looking from a different time and place, aren't you? And it's a flat 2D image, so it's not really looking into your own face, is it? Anyway, the number 4 there was Dr. Potato, which was Dr. No, of course, wasn't it? So Dr. No, Dr. Potato. Right, that could have been tomato, depending on how you pronounce it, couldn't it? So. Number 3.
Wait, don't let that go. You know what I'm doing there? I'm going to call out my good jokes there. That was actually a good joke. That could have been tomato, depending on how you pronounce it. Because you know, don't you? I say tomato, you say tomato, because everyone pronounces it tomato. So.
And I do have to clarify with number 3 that No, I don't think anyone's going to know this film. I said,
Welcome to Mario Kart. You've heard that before, haven't you? Welcome to Mario Kart. He says it at the start of Mario Kart. Welcome to Mario Kart. And then everyone goes around calling him Mario. Like, what are you doing? You said it at the start of Mario Kart. Mario. Welcome to Mario Kart.
And you haven't watched it, seen it, watched it. Just going to check the battery's still rolling.
Edit that out. Fucking idiot. What are you doing?
Yeah. I certainly haven't seen it, but I'm aware of it, and I heard its name repeatedly on, I think it was a television advert back in the day, and they referred to it so many times that I got it in my head, and I did the pun back then, and I've waited all these years to share it with the world, which is, it's a film about Eugene Onegin, and the pun is onion. So...
That was, I think, the format of the basis of this, is that all those years ago, when I saw the word Onegin, and I saw that film poster, I thought to myself, onion. And that was in my brain. That was just in my brain for all those years. Onegin, onion. And it turned into not just one video, but 2 YouTube videos, one of which was a whispered ASMR video with the same puns, but, you know, the format was different slightly because I whispered Onegin, onion, Onegin, onion.
I think that works, doesn't it? Just let that sit for a while. Onion. Liv Tyler, Ralph Fiennes. Onion. Number 2.
It's like a top list.
We're down to the top 2. So
we don't have to have decompression at the end of what we did today, but like, we're going to do decompression, alcohol-free beer. Look.
Just to urgently appeal to you guys, in Haiti at the moment, there's been a lot of media coverage about this storm. We've seen that it's devastating, but we're so used to seeing places like Haiti in devastation. We're so used to seeing Syria get bombed that we're becoming desensitised to it. And what happened in Haiti? I mean,
people hate this sort of shit. They hate this sort of shit. I did it in a YouTube video as well when I did the ASMR. I made one where, like in the middle of an ASMR video, I did a like call to action for, can you please give to a charity? And they absolutely hated it. Like they were like, oh, fucking ASMR, and you're bringing in all your politics and your charity. Like, and I know that sounds harsh. The ASMR community, it turned out, weren't the nicest group of people in the world. Like, I'm surprised. Haiti Appeal now goes on for goes on for like 4 minutes. I talk about the Haiti Appeal. So obviously that's not still current, but weird the way that I didn't even know I was going to do that when I was just choosing an old video for us to have a laugh at the end of today's stream. But because I don't mind laughing at myself and what I used to do, I thought I was going to be a lot more condescending. But the Haiti Appeal is the condescending moment of this video. I did have my condescending moments, so that's my Haiti Appeal, which is no longer relevant. And look at me going on about it. So let's skip on.
The concept of food. So, you know, you think of food in the kitchen the same way, but it's not directly a pun. But I just wanted to raise it because I did an edit of Pulp Fiction. I edited it down to 10 minutes. And it's quite a fun thing. I wanted to see if I can keep all...
That's on the channel, 10-minute edit of Pulp Fiction. And I also did a whispered edit as well for the ASMR version.
The major themes and important scenes, but just have 10 minutes of Pulp Fiction, and so you can just watch the whole film in 10 minutes. It's on this channel.
Yep, shut up.
But it does count as parody, you know, fair.
Shut up.
Right. Another one that came up with as a pun was asparagus, but you're not going to know what that is, are you? It was Amadeus, the film Amadeus, asparagus, but you know, it doesn't seem to have the impact, does it? So I didn't do that one. And then the beans. Now, the Bean Mile.
Oh.
Obviously, there is a film called Bean, which doesn't count because it's already called Bean. And the Bean Identity, the Bean Conspiracy.
Nice.
They all really work.
Yeah.
The word Bean. But when you do a poster and you take a character's head and you just make it look a bit more like a bean, it doesn't really look any different. It just looks like they've got a chubby, sort of slightly more tanned, orange chubby, sort of Donald Trump sort of skin tone. So there's no I said skin tone. Donald Trump obviously doesn't have skin, does he? on his makeshift face. So
going in a bit hard on Trump there.
Sewn together from bits like Frankenstein. Anyway,
7 years old.
That's why he's always doing the sniffing, because his face doesn't work because of all the probably cocaine. I don't know, is it cocaine or is it just plastic surgery? I don't know, but it fucked up. Don't know what he really would look like.
People don't like the political stuff
without all that weirdness and surgery.
Tell you what, those headphones look lovely though.
We didn't use the Bean ones.
The headphones look lovely and bright, don't they? And light and bright. Now, these headphones are like a museum piece now. That I've still got them, but they've gone yellow in places, dirty and old. I'm gonna have to get myself a new pair of headphones. I wanted to buy this exact set, but they don't make them anymore. They're Dynamic Custom Pros. But I used to love those headphones, and they were part of my look. These days, they're not even Bluetooth, so go up on the shelf. Just an interesting piece of trivia there from my history. That's where I used to have my clean headphones.
Because the posters didn't work very well, but they are very good puns, so, you know, shame. I've only got 2 left.
2 puns, building up to the top 10.
And Clockwork Orange, of course, it's already got the word orange in it.
True.
But Clockwork Orange juice, but again, you're just adding the word juice, aren't you? But one I did come up with was every which way but juice, which does work quite well.
Quite like that.
So I think Raisin Arizona.
I'm laughing at myself.
Raisin Arizona.
Raisin Arizona. Raisin Arizona.
So that's what we've got there. And here are the top 2.
Here we go.
It was very difficult.
Been building this up
on the top 2. One is so much more vegan.
I'm going to give myself a like on that.
And the other is a bit more.
Just going to quickly mention 265 views, 2 likes. So like, and in the comments here, we do have someone, Air Samarty, The Grape Gatsby, the 40-year-old vegan, nice. The Silence of the Yams, The Hunt for the Red Bell Pepper, Carrot and Maud, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Tarragon. Lovely stuff in chat there. But this video has not got a lot of traction on the internet. Nor should it. But it didn't.
Standalone makes sense. So
here we go.
With the vegan-centric one as number 2.
Number 2.
Which is Soy Story.
Nice.
Boom. Maybe not my best Photoshop effort, but you get the picture, don't you? Soy Story.
That's quite the Photoshop. Don't do yourself down, old Scotty, young Scotty. Look, soya milk in his hand. All the soya beans here look like faded nicely, like they're part of it. You got buzz and you got the thing. The soy looks right. Soy Story. Soya milk in a big. That's all good. That is. I think I've done all right there.
Effort, but you get the picture, don't you?
I'm like a proud dad watching my son. Yeah, it's like watching, because it's funny because I'm watching myself in the past, but I'm also watching my editing choices and my decisions for the media, which have changed over the years. But it's kind of fun to watch. It's like looking at your old school books when you grow up a bit or something in a way.
And now that I've revealed it on this video, trademark me. I should be making t-shirts. I've had really good ideas for lots of. I always have ideas. I've had ideas for making t-shirts, and they're vegan based. And I just wanted to do it, but I don't know if the Soy Story will ever appear on a t-shirt. But if it did, it should be my t-shirt, and it should be my company, because that's.
Also, I'm obviously not doing this seriously. I hope everyone understands that. Like, I hope like it translates well. But there's a sense of irony here that I'm just not taking myself seriously and just having a laugh and talking a load of shit. So,
that's my idea.
I think Yorkie Bar is on the list. Sorry, I'll scroll the list while this is going on at the same time.
Been had by many people, hasn't it? It's only changing one letter of a word, isn't it? So, but there you go. Soy Story at number 2. If you thought that one up during the process of this video, I'm sorry, but you could have the sequels, couldn't you? So they count. Pop them in the comments first to get them in. Claims them. Number 1, my number 1 pun and image poster, movie poster, films versus vegetables, broccoli Balboa. I was looking for a way to get broccoli in there. That's the way. It was really hard to work with broccoli. Broccoli. I wanted to just do broccoli and have Rocky, but the fact they did that sequel and called it Balboa and You can just put the broccoli so easy in his hand. Broccoli Balboa. There you go, that concludes films versus vegetables. The short edit without me rambling on. Well, I did a bit of going off course, didn't I? Sounds like another plane going over binaural island, so I'll try and flag it down. Might get rescued.
So yeah, the concept of this was I was on binaural island. I don't know if you can see, I'm in the background and stuff. I'm supposed to be on like a desert island just talking to you.
All they ever do is fuck up the recordings. They never benefit us here on binaural island, do they?
Binaural island. The concept could still exist. I've still got the stuff, but yeah. I didn't call it binaural. I did call it binaural island. No one would understand. No one would get the concept. It's a bit weird. Do you want to watch Should a Vegan Eat a Squirrel? Then I'm going to sign off, and then we've got an hour, and then it's time for Detract Vegan.
Hi, you're with Scott. This is Battery Exhausted, my channel.
See that? That's me, and then that's my Game of Thrones.
It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is your right ear and your left ear because we're recording in mono. Yes, I'm back, and I may make a video about why I went away or whatever, but for now, let's just get on with this video. I've been noticing a sort of anti-vegan bias in the BBC News website over the last year or so, and I just wanted to make videos about it, so... This particular
I'll tell you what I love about the flexibility of having the B-side channel and it just being like whatever, is that I can do intros where I say, I've been noticing a vegan bias in the BBC lately, and I just wanted to make videos about it, so yeah.
Necessarily strictly anti-vegan, but let's just see what they're bringing up on, in case you missed it. Grey squirrel lasagna on London restaurant menu.
What?
A London chef is serving up lasagna made out of grey squirrel meat. Yvonne Tisdale Downs, I hope I pronounced his name right, who runs Central Restaurant Native, said he was not actively hunting squirrels to put on his customers' plates. Mr. Tisdale Downs said squirrels were essentially...
What a quote. The squirrel is on the menu at this London restaurant, and the chef, when asked for a quote, said, I'm not actively hunting squirrels to put on the plate.
Waste products due to gamekeepers culling the animal, and so he was just putting the meat to use. Supermarkets have also begun selling squirrel, but some ethical groups are asking if it's right to eat the animals. That's their little write-up there. I'll make my comments on that. My first comment is that it's basically an advert, isn't it? Like, you know, do you want to eat squirrel? We'll get down to this guy's restaurant. What a quirky little thing. How should we treat the... How should we treat this? Probably as a quirky little thing, I guess. A quirky little thing. They're essentially... Squirrels are essentially a waste product, we're being told here. Squirrels are a waste product. I don't know if you're vegan or not vegan, but do you agree? Are squirrels essentially a waste product?
I don't have to do the comedy, it writes itself, doesn't it? I managed to go on for half an hour about this, and we actually have a look at the actual chef who he's been doing the squirrels.
We're not actively going out and hunting squirrels to serve to people.
That's
it is
all right.
effectively a waste product.
Hang on, wait. I've got to break this down bit by bit as well. We're not actively going out and hunting squirrels to serve to people. All right, that's the first bit. Now, that's taken as read, isn't it? When you go to every restaurant. Like, I don't expect him to be actively going out and picking my carrots. Yeah. That makes it better, does it? That he's not the one doing the killing.
It is effectively a waste product.
Oh, it's a waste product. We're going back. Yeah, we got that again, haven't we? Oh, that's okay. It's effectively a waste product. That's what he means. So, you know, no one's actually trying to farm squirrel. They're just there. They're dead. They're just lying around as waste product. And like I said at the start of the video, I don't know if everyone will consider...
This is your vegan dose at the end of today's episode to make me to like counterbalance my carbon offset of doing all that chocolate promotion.
Ed, waste product.
Waste product. So the gamekeeper.
Oh, and that's why they're dead. That's why they're dead. It's because gamekeepers are culling the squirrels. Why are gamekeepers killing squirrels? Let's find out.
Are culling the squirrels because the squirrels go and eat the baby bird eggs.
The baby bird eggs. Oh, poor baby birds. What kind of birds are they? Oh, they're birds that are being reared to be shot. The squirrels don't destroy the trees. Let's get that right. How would a squirrel destroy a tree? Come on. Let's be real. Squirrels, part of the ecosystem, live in the trees, eat the nuts. They don't destroy the trees. They're part of the ecosystem. And the reason the gamekeepers are killing these squirrels is because they're just getting in the way of their business, which is to rear animals so they can shoot them. So squirrels are now vermin. You know, they haven't done anything wrong. All they've done is be a squirrel and do exactly what a squirrel's supposed to do. But they're now vermin. They're now blight of the countryside, destroying these poor baby bird eggs that we want to raise so we can shoot them.
I couldn't be happier.
Pam sent tippies. Thanks for your great streams.
Thank you.
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thank you for the super tippies. Thank you, Pam. If you want to watch extensive vegan ramblings on the B-side, they are there on Battery Exhausted. We are going to be doing some lives on Battery Exhausted as well. The last one was 2 weeks ago, but we are going to be doing some. I am going to be starting up, irregular but regular B-side stuff. There's videos to look through and scroll through and search through if you're interested. That's all on the B-side. Same deal with what you're watching today on the mainstream. Same deal. If you still want to crack on, we've got lives on here. We've got videos on here, and I'm going to be on Detractor Beam in approximately an hour. So now's a good time to knock this on the head. I see you in chat, you chuffers. You naughty in chat. I see you being naughty in chat. And we're not having a discussion about squirrels now. The suggestion that squirrels are there to destroy trees seemed stupid to me, because, like, as far as I'm concerned, squirrels and trees are big friends. But yeah, I need to get off. I need to collate our list. We'll make this list. We're going to do it potentially Sunday. I'll ask my family if we're doing anything fun, and if not, I'll book it in for Sunday. We'll line it up. I'll see if I can get somebody else to make the pictures for me, but I doubt I can. I think I'll have to do that myself. But yeah, all good in the hood. As many of you as want to turn up in chat later, Detractor Beam. I know it's not everyone's same cup of tea, but I'll be there, and like, it's fun. We just, like, what we're just doing just now, watching stuff, reacting to stuff. It's just stuff that you might not be, like, in the loop so much about. But when you get watching it and you start to see what the guy's like, it's funny to watch the guy. So you'll see. So there's the link for Detractor Beam in chat. And you've all been good. We're nearly right. Do I need to rock it up to 3 hours? No, we're all right, 2:52, aren't we? We're right, 2:52. T-minus 5 minutes, so you can all say thank you and happy, whatever. I'll show you a couple of funny things on tweets as well, though. I'm not going to talk about this guy on my main channel, although I am sort of doing it now, but I had to share this on Twitter. That armchair bloke. That armchair bloke, look, he painted up some paintings. Some of the worst artwork you've ever seen. Like, child wouldn't bring that home and ask you to put it on the fridge. Just shonked it together in 5 minutes so he can auction it on his channel and make some money. What a grift. What an amazing grift. Look at the daubed on. And to do a piece where you write on it in letters, that shows artistic skill, because you haven't been able to express what you wanted to in the picture, so you've decided to use words instead. Leonardo da Vinci could have taken some notes from that, couldn't he? And should have just daubed Starry Night. Was it Vincent van Gogh? Starry Night. Just daubed Starry Night across Starry Night. That's that done. Let that dry or sell that on eBay. What's this? What is this? It's like an insight into the mind of a madman. Up for sale, auction. I don't know if he sold them. I don't know if he made some money on his auction, but he was definitely desperate for money. So in some mad... I don't know what this one is. Yeah? I don't know what this one is. But it's got AD on it as... It's got AD at the bottom there as a signature, but it's also part of the collar of the character. And I don't know if it's supposed to be Dr. Spock or George Best, or I don't know what it is. There's some handcuffs in the background. Like, it's all glommed on. All the paint's been glommed on. It's I don't want to talk about that chuffer on this channel, you know. Like, I'm not here to, you know, raise his name on my channel because, like, fucking idiot that he is. But this had to be looked at. It had to be looked at. Do you know what I mean? It had to be looked at, and just for you, so you can have a laugh. So that you can have a laugh, right? Let's have a look. I mean, it has to be, doesn't it? It has to be, just so you can have a laugh. I mean, look at this one. This one says free speech. Where's the full copy of it? Where's the full copy? This one says free something, and it's got a hammer in the back of his head, look. It's obviously supposed to be his head, and it's like bashing his brains in. Very allegorical. Very allegorical. The lashes. Emma on the lashes. Emma on the lashes. Like, we should do a full... If I wanted to, this is going to have to be B... This is why I need a B-side stream. Yeah, it's because I'm not going to talk about this on my main channel, although I am doing so now. But, you know, like, this is fucking weird. Like, the fact that you've decided to do it. I think it's in oil, not acrylic, and I think that's why it's so glommed on all this paint, because I don't think it has a real concept of how the oil paint works. You can see the canvas in parts, see through to the canvas in parts. It's very bad, like, in terms of quality, like bad art. And then on top of the bad art, like, something you shouldn't really be doing. AD's getting sued, it's why he's selling his work. Yeah, I'm aware that he's being... I'm going to dig into that conversation. I'm hoping to get somebody on to talk to me about it, to explain it to me, you know. On I do artwork, don't I? Yeah, not... Well, I do sort of art. Yeah, I'm an artist, I would say, but not like... I'm not a Renaissance painter. But yeah, I don't do this. I tell you what, I don't do this. Thank you, Sarah, for the $9.99. Thank you very much for that, though. It'll make him even more angry to see that you're super chatting me while I'm critiquing his terrible, terrible artwork. This one has got the flags, and it's got YouTube on the bottom and a dollar sign, and it's got like these chains. Am I to see this man is chained to this American flags and chained to the YouTube, and there's a flag that here that's yellow, and like there's the sun is also angry. Like, what the fuck is going on? Art is titled Shackled. What's free speech worth? More than money. Are you ready to protect it on YouTube? One man will not rule who can talk and who can't. AD can't lose YouTube is for the people to have an opinion. If you want to control my mind, let me know what I'm allowed to think. Let the games begin. What? What? I should share my work. I'll show you some of my work. I'll show you some of my work. I won't be able to find my own channel now. I had a now defunct channel. What would I have put on it? So this is a piece that I made.
What if you could do SEO?
How can it have adverts on it, man? The channel's defunct. This is me. This is book sorting, or Can You Organise Your Thoughts, presented at the Stratford Art House. I'm interested in how people think, and this is a way of giving people a space to think about how they think. Book sorting is a piece that people can get involved with. It talks about how they organise their thoughts in an analogue setup rather than something digital. The idea is that people can come to the Stratford Art House, they can write thoughts on the spine of the books. More people will be able to add their thoughts and to rearrange them. And each book kind of represents a thought, or it will do when people have written on them. I've got a YouTube channel specialising in ASMR, which is a sort of tingly feeling people get from different sensations, different stimuli.
that ASMR channel led me into creating this piece because I made a video where I was sorting books with the same idea, to give people a space to think about how they organise their thoughts. And this is a physical representation of that piece.
There you go. So I left that up. I didn't go back and take a video at the end, which is what I should have done. I left that up at the art house. It looks like just some bookshelves with white books on it. But, you know, you're free to go and write your thoughts on the books and interact with it. And then after a period of time, I mean, it's in the art house. You know, it's like in a room in the art house. So the art house was a good place to put it, wasn't it? The local... It's a venue, the art house. It's not still there, of course. That's now changed hands and gone... Like, that's gone in the bin as well. But for a while, it was up there. Paintings on the walls. You know, you walk around, you have a little look, pick up the pen, have a mess on the books. So that was my artwork. It's a conceptual piece. So that's me. And then this on the other hand, is oils on canvas. And it represents how YouTube is shackling free speech. And I mean, it's ridiculous, of course, even the concept behind it. What's this one? Self-portrait. Crime time. What? He's written the word crime at the top. I love it. And green paint has got... I think this is a mistake. Isn't it, that green line? I think green paint's got spilled and he's thought, fuck it, how am I going to get that off? Just leave it. The dollar sign has come into it again. Big on the dollar signs. It signed it there. Didn't need to, really, because it's going to go straight in the bin. And again, daubed on to create this textured look for the skin, which looks like they've been runkled like a raisin, like they've spent too long in the sea, or they've, you know, no skill or technique here, just daubed on quick. You've chosen the wrong medium, actually. You'd be better off using something like Photoshop, or even, look, see this one, free speech, and they're in a prison. Like, you'd be much better off just using an artificial... welcome to the modern world, AD. We looked at this on stream before, this app that can do this for you. You'd be much better off with this, really, wouldn't you? If I just write a prompt like free speech. The thing about art, prison... The thing about art is that you shouldn't have to write the words. That's sign design. That's print production. Art, you should be able to get feelings from the things you're seeing. That's the concept. Like, you share feelings in the space between the artwork and the person who's viewing it. Someone does the artwork, somebody else does the viewing, and in between it is the feelings. And that's how you sort of create art. What you're doing there, where you're like drawing pictures and writing words on it, isn't really so much art as like sign design or decoration. The concept here is you're in a prison and free speech, and why have you written the word free speech and put the dollar sign on the S again? Why have you done that? Like, it's weird. If anything, weird. Yeah, like weird is the best way to oh, it's an error. Couldn't do free speech prison for me. Let's give it a more artistic option there. Create. Because I'm not giving it a start point either. I'm not giving it a picture to go on. But I could give it a sort of input picture. So I'm just going to give it the... There we go, look. There it comes. Free speech prison it's giving me. There's a free speech prison. I mean, that's an artistic interpretation for a computer. It looks 10 times better than what AD did. If I was him, I'd just do that. And then just blag people that these are my artworks, because like that's the best he's going to get. That's very prison-y, isn't it? The speech option, like, where's the speech? You have to write free speech on it to indicate speech, otherwise it doesn't, you know, you want to make sure speaker, let's put speaker, make sure that speech aspect is really, really involved. And do you need this? Do you need a special piece of artwork to represent the shutting down of free speech? Because, like, I'm guessing, and it's only a guess, but I'm guessing that other people might have approached that sort of topic. You know, like Nelson Mandela was in prison for a long time, wasn't he? They've actually written free on there. The AI's gone for it as well. Yeah, but free speech artworks. Like, my guess is that there's going to be quite a few existing, like, quite good. Like, there's a much more image-based. Like, this, see what I mean? Like, if you start with an image, you don't need to write the words on it. I guess it becomes a lot more powerful because of the way the image is. I don't know if there's any particularly famous ones, but these guys have written freedom of speech. Guys, girls, anyone has written freedom of speech at the top, but you didn't need to because you have a tongue being cut out. You know, there are other ways of showing it, aren't there? I wonder if there's any particularly famous pieces about freedom of speech that we could recognise as a society. I actually think personally, now I'm investigating this as an artist, that these artworks, these placards are the artworks of freedom of speech. They are the artworks. Like, they're people literally putting on a poster the thing they want to say, to be free to say, and holding it up. I'm not going to be silenced. So I think there's something in that. I think you'd probably start your artwork here, and then you'd investigate placards and, you know, go through and have a look at the different protest movements and different kinds of placards that there have been, and banners, and then you'd start constructing your own, maybe, like something like that. Or the other option is just draw a prison and write free speech on it in oil paint, like, but you can see the canvas through it at places. Like, this could just go straight in the bin. I wonder what he thinks I wonder what he's doing with his time. Like, you know, I wonder how he's got into this mess. Look at it. Welcome to Hell, Ted. This one's called Ted Bundy. He needs to raise 30 grand, so he's done that. Today I gave £10 to UNICEF. Maybe I should be giving it to him, because he looks like a fucking charity case, doesn't he? Sorry, I'm not going to spend too long slagging him off at the end of the episode, but I just thought it was worth it, you know, bringing it up, because it just popped into my head and it was a laugh. Look at this. Is that his dog? Winnie, my boy. So he's trying to leave Winnie's dog now. Winnie's looking at him like, "Well, you fucking gone out, mate. I wish we could go for a nice walkie." Look at him, Winnie looking at him. Scary. I don't like it. Probably the better of all the efforts. Still, we've got, what's with this dramatic, vivid colours? Like, it's garish on the eye, isn't it? It's garish on the eye. It's not pleasant to look at. I don't know what the effect he's going for, like peanut butter smeared on the fridge, maybe. He wants money, yeah. He's looking for 30 grand to fight legal fees or some shit. Wants 30 grand. At least he's blatant enough and like brazen enough to outright to say it. I couldn't understand how anyone would want to give him 30 grand to piss up the wall. Got himself into this mess. Had all the way along. I believe he's getting sued because of the things he said on his YouTubes. So all the way along, he's took all the donations for it. Now he's getting sued. He wants your money. Obviously, if I get sued, I'll be right here to take your money. So don't fucking think I wouldn't. I'll be asking for donations. It depends who you're fighting, doesn't it? Depends who you're fighting. Maybe it is peanut butter. Yeah, maybe he ran out of paint and he just decided to use peanut butter instead because fuck it. How is it possible? Who's like, if you want to buy it, email with your bid. If you want to give me money, send me an email with the amount of money you want to give me. I'll see if I'll accept it. Are you fucking nuts? Are you honestly? Like, I tell you what, it shows like someone in chat earlier was saying about. I'm sorry, I don't keep up with everything. I should pick you out and look in the scroll back. Yeah, Sally, you said you do art. I think other people said they did art as well. Like, you know how difficult it is to do. You know the effort, the struggle. You know the ideas, the passion, the craft, the skill. To watch somebody just shonk together this bollocks and then try and flog it online, yeah, to the uninitiated eye, it might look like, oh, I can get away with this. Like, it shows a real condescension for the entire artwork world. Anyone who's worked hard on a piece, anyone who gives some time and passion to that love and joy. Like, look what he's done. He thinks he's worth free money for bollocks. Money for old rope, that's what I'd call that. Money for old rope, yeah? So if his approach to this, the artwork, is money for old rope, I wonder what his approach to his content is. Money for old rope, mate. You ain't getting any money out of me. Unisex. This one's called unisex. It shows we don't matter, we're all one. That could be a man or a woman. I mean, if it's a woman, it looks pretty fucking... Anyway, Emma White crossed with Dr. Spock, mate. Emma White crossed with George Best. It used to be usually clothes which are designed for both men and women. Is that a man or a woman? Doesn't matter. You choose whatever suits you and your inner thoughts. Politically correct. That one. Gone for the sort of gone for a haircut to symbolise... I suppose haircut and lips, is it, that symbolises... Or is it the eye makeup? Is it the eyes? Is that what symbolises the androgyny in this image? Bit of a pixie cut. So, could be a boy or a girl. I don't know. Roll them on their front. I'll still shag them. Like, what do you want about Armchair Detective? Fucking hell, you're a bit weird. I'm glad that you did these paintings, though, because it's given us a bit of an insight. Hasn't it? Bit of insight. Right, you've had a bit of extra there from me. A bit of mean... I said I wouldn't say his name on the channel because, you know, I'll only incite him now, won't I? He'll only get his egg on now, won't he? He'll only get his fucking egg on. But he did that. This isn't about anything else. This is about having fun on this episode. And he did that, and there it is. So I'm glad that I did it, really. Because fucking hell. Haven't you seen it? Yeah, I'm going to get off. I'll be on Detractor Beam within the hour. You be good. And remember, if you can't be good, you're naughty. And a lot of you in chat are good. But some of you are naughty. Anyway, I'll see you later.